This video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored or supported by Nueva, ex-Modera reps at all. However, fair use, because sometimes the only way to unpack the nonsense is to borrow a few receipts and hold them up to the light. No need for permission, a handshake deal, or a mutual admiration circle. This live stream is protected under Title 17, U.S. Code 107, and includes commentary, critique, and educational breakdowns of public content. Clips from the Nueva Zoom call are used to expose manipulation, pseudoscience, and the kind of leadership that wilts under daylight. If that feels like an attack, maybe your business model isn't ready for the spotlight.
Hello. Oh my god, we're muted? We're muted. Let's go. Howdy, hey. I'm late. I'm late. I'm sorry. Sorry. Hello. Tonight's... I hope y'all are ready. Tonight's story starts the way all great MLM tales do. With a whisper campaign, a top secret formula, and a bunch of people trying to trademark the vibe of a supplement they don't even own. I hope I'm not muted right now. I'm going to do my best to do my worst. Yes, squirrels, tonight we're diving into another Nueva Zoom call, but this time there's a twist. Not just motivational woo or recycled Modera quotes. No, this time they're finally dropping hints about another product. But what we're going to be trying is the first one. Anyways, well, kinda. They couldn't tell their own downlines what it's called, allegedly because it's going through a patent pending process, which apparently makes saying the name out loud forbidden. Yeah, right. But plot twist, you can already buy it for $40 for a pack of 12. You heard that right. A product so hush-hush they couldn't say the name on a rep training call is currently available to the public. No NDA required. So tonight, I'll be reacting to the full Zoom for their peptide product launch and complete with the hype, the heavy breathing over passive income, and the buildup of what I can only describe as a top secret LaCroix. I'm scared, and yes, I got my hands on it. We're taste testing it live. Will it cure burnout, replace your meds, cleanse your aura? Spoiler alert, it's a can of hydrogen water. But don't worry, allegedly it vibrates on a frequency that unlocks your cellular potential, or something like that. So grab your kazoos, your lint rollers, because the culty coaching and pseudoscience claims are flowing tonight. Let's crack open this overpriced soda and watch the secrets fizz out. You were so close. Thank you. I got new covers for him. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have to embrace my non-beige soul. I'm a maximalist. I like a bunch of stuff, and I like bright colors, so rip. Top secret LaCroix. Yes. Dude, I just recorded XCal trying it. I'm going to put it on Reels later, so that's my shady plug to go look at my Instagram later. Oh my god, yeah. If y'all missed it, I know I know this is probably so egotistical. Go to hour 3, minute 12-ish. Just go to hour 3. And I look for my face going like this. Because we found the product. I'm gonna try it like 25 minutes in because I'm gonna be selfish and hope to increase my watch time. But it's this Hydroshot. I accidentally ordered lemon lime. You know how we were clicking on the orange? Something happened. I have 12 cans of, well, now 11 because XCal drank one, but if you shake the can, will the vibrations be thrown off? Yes. Also, if you drink it with a hater mindset, the effects that you can get with this are reversed. So I'm just joking. We love a good... Listen. If you wonder where I get my smell from, you know how I smell everything? And I kept smelling the Shakeology. First thing XCal does, pops it open, takes a big whiff. And I said, you know what? If people didn't think we were related before, this is going to clench it for us. Hi, Amy. Yeah, I bet your tater tots are going to be a lot better than Hydroshot. Hello. 9 months? A full-grown baby snark. Thank you so much. 9 months of fighting the fluffery. Let's go. Moving on up. I'm going to make sure this is not going to blast our eardrums.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
I probably should play our other disclaimer too. I just want to be careful. Oh, if you don't, I'll tell you the drama later. I'll tell you the drama right after this.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
Hello? Here's the TLDR. If you haven't gotten caught up, I have been covering, along with other MLM creators, I've been covering Nueva since the day it opened. A lot of us have been covering the implosion of Modere, then the start of Nueva, then all of the Nueva stuff that's been open to the public to watch. Nueva, in my opinion, or somebody who likes Nueva didn't like the first 3 videos I did, so they all have a copyright strike on them. I think if I get 2 strikes, I lose monetization. If I get 3, I lose my account. So I did a counter claim, a counter whatever it's called, and we're waiting to see what happens. So I have adulterated this Zoom. I did understand the people who were kind of doing the GIF little deal did not was potentially not good for people who are sensitive to light stuff. And so we have created 3 new characters for our chicken nuggets. One has a little bow, one is our regular chicken nugget, and one has a mustache. And honestly, I know y'all know what mustaches look like, but I feel like it's the cartoony one, the one that goes up with the swoop. Hello, fellow fluff fighters. Oh my god. Is that going to be... I need to take a screenshot of this because membership level, I love that. Hate Mindset, I got to experience that this week. I made the mistake of pointing out a former high school classmate was in an MLM, including link to videos, got an upsetting response, and defriended? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. So after the copyright strike, I was like, fine. You wanted the attention, you've got it. So I started making some reels. Privacy claim on 2 of them. Or no, privacy claim. Well, a few of those got taken down for privacy claim. So the reels did. I was like, fine. I did a video with the kind of twitching. I tried to cover up the reps, then move the zoom over to try to transform it. Anyways, privacy claim. So there was, I don't know, like 50 different ones I had to blur. Whatever. So everyone's blurred. Names have been removed visually and auditorially. And we're going to have a good time. And any resemblance to any resemblance that the chicken nugget overlays have to Brandy, Tony, and Jake are purely coincidental, okay? Names have been redacted to protect people, and again, it's the Streisand effect so hard. I hope so. I've tried to reach out to it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. Nueva is selling. We did a Zoom call that is still up with the privacy claim that's on it, but it's still up. That's the one where we found Hydroshot. Hydroshot, they said, oh my God, it's patent pending. We can't release the name of it. They had redacted everything out. This is for sale already from a company that is based out of Dallas, Texas. It's called Hydroshot. It's hydrogen water, and I am terrified. I've done a taste test before, and it wasn't pretty. And I don't have a throw-up bowl next to me. Jordan! No way! I love that you're here. How did I save your butt? Oh, I was looking at rainbow vacuums because my mother used to own one, and then I saw the little blimp at the bottom from the Direct Selling Association. I ran from that website so fast. Oh my God. I do think rainbow vacuums, I think the older ones, people are like, they're the shit. They're so good. But yeah, they're an MLM. Thank you, Danielle. Gifted 1 DC membership. Welcome to Illyria.
Horatio Gold,
Melody.
headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say...
Welcome, Amber.
Welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria.
Oh.
I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Jen, Liz, and Danielle gifted a membership to Melody, Amber, and Alex. Welcome. Welcome to our new squirrels. Here's the rules. Cursey words are welcome. Cursing at people, not welcome. So fuck is fine. Fuck you is not. If you are free range listening and you don't want your other people in your house or your floofs to hear the cursey words, put some headphones on. If you want to enjoy cursing free videos, you can go to my recorded videos. They're still a work in progress. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to pull the video over to my screen where it belongs. Technical difficulties happen here frequently. I hope that y'all are okay with that. If you're not, I can't control it. I really have been trying for 3 years. I just had my 3-year out of MLM versary and YouTube versary, and I'm stoked to be here. Where is my video? Desktop.
This is gonna be.
That's not it. This happened last time, and I was like, this is not going to happen to us. And apparently it happened to us. Let's see. Videos to react to. What in the world? What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here? Close project. Don't save. What is this called? Zoom? This literally happened last time, and that's why I was late to this stream, because I was like, this is not gonna happen this time. It happened. Export. Where did it export to? Ecamm Live recording. Maybe I named it that? Let's organize it by... Normally I have my ducks in kind of a row of chaos, but is this it?
This is gonna be.
No.
This is gonna be so and a supplement.
But
I really wanna.
Interesting. I am just looking for my life real quick. Please hold. Floof break. This cannot be happening again. 4:30 Zoom tech difficulties. All right, while we wait, I can't be what's your high, what's your low? Here's my low. Chronic pain the past few days. My high, watching my dad try Hydroshot. That was my huge, listen. My dad, I can't wait to show y'all the reel. I really cannot. I wonder if I can search for, maybe it is. Nueva. Even my computer doesn't want to search for it. Nueva. No? I know I exported it, so this is just fun. It's my favorite. Let's go to movies. We'll just read highs and lows for now, and then we'll figure out our life. JPEG, movie. Nueva. That's okay. We'll just keep exporting it. That's fine. Hero, kitty. You can do it. You can have a virtual soundboard on your computer. I have a physical soundboard, but if you get a virtual one, you can just change the pitch.
So I have Baby Snark. It's the class favorite. And then when we read lawsuits, we have Polite Demon Lawyer.
Which is this one. And I'm gonna make a college bro one, but I haven't done that yet. But you can just load them onto your soundboard, or you can have them on your computer, and then you can change your voice.
And this is the one that we page people to the front of the store with. So that's going to be happening a lot today. I'm pretty excited, except I'm not. But here we are. Happy Freedomversary. Thank you. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, mother trucker. Please hold. Do not enable. I'm going to have to quit my video and then come back. My computer is like, we don't want you to have permission to do this. And I was like, no, I want permission. Quit. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're almost exported. Hi, Julie. Hi, waiting for a concert to start with your daughter. Low, her blood sugar is being wonky again. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to put y'all up here. Yeah. Oh, I missed a 12-month. Thank you, Lizzie. Milestone. What are they called? Month? Lizzie, 12 months of membership. Oh, you got your golden kazoo. Yesterday was your 11th wedding anniversary. I know I was supposed to stream yesterday. I've been being crushed under my chronic shit. But let me play you wedding kazoos as a special 12-month anniversary kazoo stuff. Happy versary and happy double versary. It's a double whammy. Oh, speaking of whammy, have y'all seen that documentary about that that individual who had not hacked, but created, not created necessarily, but watched so many of, you know, that old game show where they go no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, and they stop it, and you don't want to land on a whammy. Apparently there was a pattern. So this guy had watched so much of it that he figured out the pattern. And he had a few misses the first time that he was doing it to get used to the deal. But then after that, he won so much money. And then he got in trouble for cheating. Ready to be Hydroshot? Yes, I am. I at least have a good time. I may have to refill my root beer midway through because I only have a little bit to cleanse my palate. It's 21. Listen, if you're here, just stay to the 30-minute mark. If you will take pity on me, lick the stream and stay to the 30-minute mark because that would help out my channel a little bit. Press your luck. He got lucky, but I saw this documentary where he had memorized it and then he won a lot of money. Well, not a documentary, but a kind of like a hour-long story deal. Got back on my meds today. I got denied at too many places. I had to go to 2 different ERs. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you're doing better. Is it really cheating? I think it's like the card counters at casinos. When they find out you're doing it, they're like, you can keep your money, but you can't ever come in here or we're gonna, do bodily damage to you. Oh my God. That's wild, Jessica. My husband thinks keeps thinking I'm in meetings. Technically I am. Yes, you are. We're learning about this. So Hydroshot is made by a company called H2Bev. Okay, it's exported. Let me just close all this nonsense. Quit, close. No, I don't want it. Oh. I wish I could say to my computer, do not ask me to update my computer. H2Bev during a certain period of time. All right, we're going to share the screen. All right, this is Hydroshot. We unfortunately are trying... Oh, I still have the Hydroshot on? I was being snarky, an asshole. This is... unfortunately, I thought I was getting orange and we got lemon lime, and apparently lemon lime is awful. So the website's still up. How do you know that this is it? Because when you click on the science, and if you watched our last Zoom infiltration, I say Zoom infiltration, it was open to the public, okay? When you go down and you start here, all of a sudden, all of the graphs are identical to the graphs and the information in the PowerPoint slide. So this, to me, confirmation that they are literally talking about Hydroshot. They have this 12-day Hydroshot challenge, $40 for 12. I ordered a case. From what I understand, nobody in the Nueva lower tiers knows what it is. I'm sure some people were nosy as hell like I was. But packaging, not bad, but not great. The can is kind of squishy. I don't know if that means that it's like a recycled. For best results, do not pour over ice. Consume on an empty stomach. Ingredients, purified water, erythritol. Oh, we can just look at this. Products, lemon lime. Unfortunately. We are going to go to ingredients. Purified water, erythritol, L-citrulline, natural lemon lime flavoring, malic acid, L-glutamine, potassium citrate, citric acid, ribodioside A, organic stevia leaf extract. This is going to have the worst aftertaste of a lifetime. Stevia tastes... Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Stevia tastes awful. Natasha! Hero! Yeah, they did try to shut down that video. They can't... They tried to say I was, every time that I showed anything of Nueva, that they said there was a privacy claim. So I had 48 hours to take care of it. So I could either take the video down or I could blur out every single one of the privacy claim timestamps. So I did that. I blurred out all of the people. So. Ruining the rollout of an MLM. Yeah, we'll see. Salt. Oh boy, that's going to be delightful. Natural green tea, caffeine, less than 2% of. Niacin, calcium, pantothenic acid, pyridoxal, hydrochloride, riboflavin, folic acid, biotin, methylcobalamin, and ultra pure hydrogen gas. The very last ingredient. Interesting. It probably tastes better. Dude, listen. Take pity on me. Go follow me on Instagram. I'm going to post the reel there for the first 24 hours. It's worth it to go over there and watch. Honestly. My dad, it's like 3 minutes of video. My dad's face. It's priceless. Also, apologies for all the mispronunciation of the words. Not your parents' hydrogen-infused water. Better focus for better performance at every age. What? Why are these not lined up? Whatever. I'm not doing a PowerPoint roast. So, this is the website. You can order this. Nueva reps, honestly, order some from the company. It's going to be the cheapest that you're ever going to get it, in my opinion. And then try it. Order the lemon lime, the orange, and the strawberry. I think orange is probably going to taste better because after XCal's video, I'm terrified to try this. No shade to H2Bev. I don't think that maybe a nitric oxide boost could even taste good if they wanted it to, so. And again, that website is h2bev.com. I am not sponsored. I'm just trying to ruin somebody's MLM launch. So, a swipe at the Kangen Club or Young Living. We did and I thought I was wrong. Young Living used to have a hydrogen water bottle. I mean, it had the electric little thing at the bottom. You turn it on for however many seconds. It put hydrogen in your water, and then you were supposed to drink it. Either, for some reason, Young Living put on their instructions, like under the poison section, you shouldn't leave your water, like, whatever. So that was wrong on Young Living's part. Apparently, from all the things I've read, there's no reason to be scared that your hydrogen water is going to do something bad if it's just left out. It's just going to not that the hydrogen starts to deteriorate once the oxygen touches it, basically. That's hilarious, Jessica. This is basically water with a B vitamin complex and a tiny shot of hydrogen, whatever the heck that means. Yeah, we'll see. They claim that this can help with concussions. We're going to learn about peptides tonight, but I'm going to try this because I can't order their peptides. And I personally don't want to buy from MLMs. This is not an MLM right now. This product is still under H2Bev. They make claims that this is going to help with TBI and concussion support, and you can view the study underneath me right there. And I know some of y'all have already looked at it, but I will put it in the live chat. And replay crew, greetings and salutations. If for some reason the live chat gets taken down because of I have to blur stuff, you can go to h2bev.com and click on the study yourself. And I don't know what the study means, but it has all the graphs from the PowerPoint presentation, and they've got sources, and I don't know if it's good or not, but here we are. Let me put the video on screen. Put her on screen. I think I'm preemptively like feeling sick to my stomach because I'm scared. I'll try it now. I won't make y'all wait to the end of the live stream. Downloads. Hmm. 4:30 Zoom technical difficulties.
This is going to be so powerful for everybody, and we're just so happy that you're here.
Listen.
This is going to be...
If nothing up to this point has been worth a like, I hope that the chicken nuggets will deliver on all of the value you're hoping that is going to be on this live stream. It said H2 infused at the top. Oh, Amy is also our science. There's lots of y'all sciencey people in the chat. Amy has a great way of breaking down science stuff for us. Amy has a master's of science and also undergrad of a few other things that I forgot, which won't react with water at room temperature. So keep an eye out, replay crew or live chat. Keep an eye out for Amy, and we have some more science buddies in the chat too. And a lot of, I would say, the squirrels are really good at asking questions and being able to pivot when we're presented with new information that's supported by science. I didn't take out any of the pauses, and I took out all them talking about their names, so here we go.
So powerful for everybody, and we're just so happy that you're here. We're going to wait about another 30 seconds.
If y'all don't have YouTube Premium, am I loud enough? Is the audio loud enough? Does it blast your eardrums when it goes from my audio to the advertising? Because I don't want y'all to suffer. So I'm going to play like 2 more seconds and then my audio, and then let me know.
So as you're coming on, like we said, let us know what city, what state, what country.
AS in chemistry, BS in chemical engineering, MS in bioengineering. So, heavy hitter. Wait, this is unfair. I'm also a cat. I don't have fancy science degree. So, we're going to make a lot of different chicken nuggets. But this guy, I wanted to put the mustache on, but this guy who is anonymous, he has a mustache. So, the value of the upcoming snark will be worth it. Melissa, bless you. Oh, I was supposed to do the taste test. Hello, I'm DC, your autistic MLM dropout, and I go on squirrel trails and have technical difficulties. I love live streaming, and I fight multi-level marketing fluffery, pseudoscience, coercion, all the things. Oh my god. I don't think there's, my dad didn't have any fizzing. Hold on. I can't. I just sprayed all over my equipment. This is filled to the top. Oh my god. Let me just wipe down all my computer shit. I have also been known several times to spill drinks over my keyboards and my laptop and everything. I have not permanently ruined anything just yet, which is why I have a lid. Oh, rip. Okay. Sounds good? Okay. Good, good, good. It smells like a super flat Sprite. And yes, Sprite smells different when it is flat. I'm so scared. Oh my God. Here's what it tastes like to me. Maybe I should do 2 sips first. I'm sorry if y'all are sensitive to gagging. I'm not the best person to be trying this stuff. Ugh. It tastes like a dilute. Okay, imagine this. You like Sprite, and you fill up your cup with ice. Then you pour your Sprite in. Then, because the Sprite's not super cold, it melts some of the water. You drink some. You drink all your Sprite. Then you leave your cup out, and there's still some Sprite in it, but the water begins to melt, and your Sprite goes flat. That's the initial taste. Almost immediately, you get a hit of salt. And it's not as salty as ketones, but you can taste it. And then, when you swallow, there's an aftertaste of stevia that ruins your life. And this is just me. This is just my personal opinion. This is commentary. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's life. I'm sure if you're forced to drink these, you can figure it out. The can is not that big. This is the exact size of Ningxia, the Ningxia cans. The Zing. This is the exact size of the Zing. It's about 1/3 of the price of Zing. It literally says, for best results, do not pour over ice. Consume on an empty stomach. Oh. I'm going to do another one. I'm done. I'm done trying it. It's so salty. For electrolytes, I have no idea. Oh my God. I would be pissed off. Here's why I would be pissed off. We were on the Zoom call that got the copyright, but not the copyright, the privacy claim, but it's still up. They redact. And they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Look at all the stuff they did. Then we find it. We are told on the Zoom call, this is amazing. You're supposed to be excited. This is going to cover a multitude of health issues, allegedly. If you're listening, I'm doing a bunch of air quotes. And then you get it, and you realize why they didn't say anything about the flavor. Because this. Salty Sprite, no thanks. Listen. I said I'm not going to drink anymore, but here we are. The salt tastes saltier every single sip you take. And then, because the stevia buildup, you taste more and more of the stevia the more you drink. If you like stevia, God be with you. Oh my God. I'd be pissed if I was told this is magical and then I had to drink it. If anybody on a live stream ends up trying this product who's in Nueva and y'all fucking lie to us and they're like, oh my God, this is so incredible. Listen, somebody who actually likes food, Somebody who actually likes delicious drinks, you tell me this tastes good. Oh, but it doesn't have to taste good for it to have health benefits. I would have to suffer for a premium cost when I could just like drink water and green tea and not have to have stevia. I could just drink. I could put salt on my steak. It has biotin in it. Like, come on, dude. What are you doing? I wonder if it's the salt that reacts to the ice. Oh. Honestly, I would rather have a hot Gatorade. If y'all see anybody in June, because I'm going to be having surgery, if y'all see anybody in June who's a Nueva rep trying this, please screen record it and send it to me. Oh my God, my stomach feels awful right now. Obviously, my reaction doesn't reflect the reaction of other people trying this product. And if you like this product, continue drinking it. I wish you lived close to me so I could give you the rest of my cans. I feel like I'm sweating right now. This is it bikini in a bottle? Pretty much. Dude, salty Sprite is the worst. It's not, is it as bad as Shakeology? That's the question. Shakeology is a product that is sold by Beachbody. Beachbody used to be an MLM. Also, I'm desperate for help with Beachbody. I'm working on a Beachbody video, and I'm trying to find the top 10 from 2008 to 2024. Maybe I just need to ask Jessica. Oh my God. Oh, it's making my root beer taste awful. Yeah, I'm gonna write. I emailed them and I asked, like, what's your association with Nueva? I don't think they emailed me back. If they did, that's gonna be great content for this. Oh my God. H2. Oh my God. Ugh. If you like stevia, that's fine. I obviously do not. I don't have anything from them. I have no comment from them. So just really quickly, Beachbody, I went to the Beachbody Facebook page. They have the little images, the graphic of the top 10. It used to say January 2017, then the 2017. Then I start losing it because it said, oh, this is 2016 top reps, but it was, or 2015 top reps, and it's posted in January 2016. So maybe it's just my brain. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I literally took notes, and it took me an hour to do the notes, and then I was like, I'll just throw these away. Yeah, this one, it has erythritol and stevia. Coca-Cola used to have a delicious Coke called, it was in a green bottle, and it was sugar, not corn syrup. It was sugar and stevia, and it was delicious. At least it doesn't have maltol. Andrea, that's a silver lining. Yes, and that's, I know some of y'all like it. I know some of y'all don't taste the aftertaste or you enjoy it. I'm obviously a chicken nugget a little bit with foods. I gag a lot on different things. I don't like a lot of textures. So I'm not the best person. I literally am sweating right now. Ugh. I have some Benadryl over there if I need it. Coca-Cola Life. It was so good. It was like real sugar and stevia, and it was delicious. Literally, like, no aftertaste or anything. All right, let's get to the video. The names and the faces have been blurred to protect the, the schmilty. I don't know whose names we're gonna make these people, but the new chicken nugget heads, we will continue to increase our collection. I'm scared. I'm scared. I got used to stevia since I am pre-diabetic. I love that that it is a solution for some of y'all. My God. I am lucky that I'm not. Well, I don't know yet. I have to finish my blood testing. Protect the privacy of public figures at all costs. This was public. No password. Every single person was invited to this. I'm glad they have the background, or I would have thought that they were spuds. Yeah, I know they look like potatoes, but they're adulterated chicken nuggets. Kind of like they look like the pretend chicken nuggets from McDonald's. You know, the little shapes. Hi, Diane. What did Julie say? I wonder if stevia is like cilantro, only some of us taste it. Am I the only one who thinks it tastes like cardboard? Interesting. Yeah, my grandmother hates cilantro, but I can taste it. Okay, bye coconuts. All right, here we go.
Let us know exactly where you're coming in from. And again, my name is, I'm here with the amazing and my dear friend. And tonight we're going to be talking about peptides. And I'm really excited because tonight is really about you understanding what are...
Y'all, do you follow Sarah? I'm a little bit of a, I'm not going to say I'm a stan. I'm a fan. YouTube. I thought I put you in Nightbot, but maybe I didn't. I was just watching your video today about end of month, which was great. Here we go. This is Sarah's account. If you like anti-multi-level marketing content, if you, I know I've shared Sarah before, LuLaRoe, Bomb Party, like a huge range, and then just did a, well, 3 days ago, did a end of month video. That was great. Peptides. I know they're not talking about Hydroshot this time, but you can go back to my previous video and see the Hydroshot nonsense. Oh, Liz.
Peptides and how do they benefit you and why created the exact peptide formula we did for your body.
Those spaces that you think, oh my God, is my connection okay? Yeah, they want to be private. Up until I figure my life out, I've taken out any spot where they've said a name, any location they've said, and also blurred out their names on here. So we'll figure it out.
And we're going to get into all those details right now. But again, I'm really thrilled. I get the chance to bring on...
No, only the team Zooms are private. These are all public. So if you're listening, Andrea said, question, are all of the Zooms private or just some? Like the downline pep talks, for example. This one was public. This one was public. Oh my God, you did not create it, you numpty. How many conversations do MLMers need to have about peptides? A lot, apparently.
Background is incredible. She is a former holistic health practitioner, and she's owned and operated a successful wellness clinic in... She transitioned into the wellness space and direct sales space so she could reach more people, have more of an impact on their lives. But here's the thing you need to know about is that her passion is coaching with a strong focus on peptides and how they elevate you, your energy, your metabolism, your mood, and your overall vitality. And she's going to set the stage tonight when we get into this peptide conversation. So thank you for being on tonight.
Thank you so much for that amazing intro. I want to shout out and say aloha to everybody here on the line. Guys, do you know where you are right now? This is like the very first product webinar, Zoom, whatever you want to call it, we're doing the very first. And if y'all know me, y'all know I love good products, and more so I love the results that good products can create. So
just a heads up, if you're sensitive to somebody targeting a specific group of people, she targets women, perimenopausal women, or perimenopausal individuals, and specifically older individuals and targeting the elderly as well as her mom's friends who are also elderly. Yeah.
So we have been in the wellness space. I've been in the wellness space for
Yeah, but that I just took out the locations because I'm just doing everything I can to stay away from getting slapped by Nueva right now. So, but yes, Melissa.
over 20 years, 25 years to be exact. And I've been in direct sales now 10 years. I was able to close the doors to my physical clinic because of direct sales. And the great thing that I loved about direct sales was that
Okay, say what you want to. Like she has a holistic wellness clinic that she had for a while. Then because of network marketing, she was able to close it 10 years ago because obviously doing MLM stuff is better than actually like helping people holistically. Are you kidding? Amy just is in a blood feud with peptides, and I'm honestly here for it. Maybe obviously. Oh my god. Sorry, my stomach. Okay. Well, we're okay. I just don't understand. I would say having your own clinic is better than doing MLM. You know, whatever. Yeah, no, she is, she's not, she has every right to use the word, if that makes sense. If you haven't seen who she is, she's on my latest reel, and that was public, and that does count under fair use, so I'm just talking to everybody in Nueva. I think she was a real practitioner, unfortunately.
I could literally bring my passion and coach people through direct sales without having to charge them the amount of money I used to charge them in my clinic. And if you guys know, natural wellness coaching is not cheap. So for the past 10 years, I've been able to do that. And indirect sales.
She was in Modere. If you were wondering what company she was in before, she was in Modere before she was in Nueva. And I'm not sure if she was in Modere the entire time. I was still researching that in my notes that I have here on my desk with me.
I don't have to charge anybody. I get to give away my knowledge for free. And now even more so, I get to give away this piece of knowledge that I actually have not been sharing. And I didn't do it for any other reason other than the fact that it wasn't the right time. So the doors have opened, the floodgates are open, and now it is the time for all of us to get educated, to elevate our knowledge around all the things that can help us live a healthier, happier, and elevated life. So for me, I'm very passionate about women's health. I am passionate about perimenopause, ladies. Come on, ladies, drop me some hearts. Red heart, if you are, perimenopause and menopause. I know I got two dudes here, so I won't talk too long about that.
Sorry.
But I'm very passionate about women in that.
Listen, I did the best I could with the chicken nugget. I'm still working on being able to connect the chicken nugget with someone's face. I know that you can do that in Premiere Pro. That's outside my scope right now. This is the best I could do. I could make the bow wiggle, and I could make the sunglasses do that, and then I put a little wiggle on it in Premiere Pro, and that's as good as we're gonna get.
That space, and I am very excited about longevity. Julie. I will tell you, because guys, I'm 47 now. She
looks like very young. She looks like she's early 30s. If she was going to convince somebody to follow her recommendations because they look at her and they say, wow, she looks great. When I say great, she looks very young compared to what her age is.
I'm in the state where like my mom is 80.
Oh.
So before I wouldn't totally be thinking about that all the time, but like that's the only thing on my mind now. So I just want to just give you guys an example of a year ago what happened. So a year ago, mind you, I had not been coaching. So I haven't been coaching in my nutritional consulting. Like that world was that those doors were closed.
Are you a registered dietitian? No? Are you a nurse? Oh, I don't think you can do stuff like that as a nurse. A nurse practitioner, I think you still have to operate underneath somebody's insurance, like, or maybe you have your own insurance, like malpractice. What do you mean you were coaching people? I'm confused.
Never coached for money, right? But I coached this whole time. And then about a year ago, I started to really deep dive into peptide therapy.
Oh my God.
And the reason why I was deep diving into it was because I was looking for solutions for my perimenopause situation. And every woman on here gets it. Like right now is the moment, right, ladies? Right now is that moment where it's changing for us in this industry. Like all the knowledge that's coming in, all the media of how we can talk about it. Okay, I won't go there right now. But I was in a state where I never had to deal with weight issues. And I, boom, all of a sudden had 30 pounds on my body and I didn't know where it was coming from. My waist was expanding. My nails were getting brittle. My mood was.
Here's a question. Did you go to the, I don't know, did you go to the doctor? Did you go to your PCP? Did you go to dermatologist? I know not everyone has access to insurance. You're in a transition. Your body is transitioning to a new stage. How come you're not getting a complete picture about what's going on? That's my question. And again, she said she has had a clinic. I'm assuming she's not a fan of doctors. That could be just me. That could be me jumping to conclusions. But, oh, Deborah. No, we can't, and we're required to have Deborah, coming in hot. Deborah said, no, we can't, and we're required to have malpractice insurance if the product isn't recognized by the FDA. We can't make medical claims, but supplements is open game. Thank you for adding to all the stuff we're trying to sort through. Honestly, it feels like we're sorting through like a mire of, I don't know, of rotten shit. That sucks. At least you know not to blow your funds on the bilge nugget boss is hawking. Yeah.
Crazy, and I was in pain from head to toe. If you guys follow me at all, you've heard this story. I went to my doctor and I was diagnosed with lupus. That's what the diagnosis was. Then my doctor, who is a physician but is also a naturopathic.
That's fine. I have nothing wrong with naturopathic stuff. Y'all know I'm open-minded. I like that if her doctor actually has a medical degree, because sometimes that people thought Gary Young was a doctor and he was not. So D. Gary Young was Donald Gary Young. I think people thought Dr. Gary Young. No. I hope that her doctor is a medical doctor, and if it has some other studies, like other therapeutic things that maybe are more holistic that go along with his advice, cool.
Doctor said, we can continue going down the route of the diagnosis process, or we can get you on some stuff that could help you.
Oh, guess what? You're going to be mad, Big Mama. Big Mama just said, lupus doesn't go away. So she's looking for perimenopause solution, pain. She's in pain from head to toe. She has weight gain. She has brittle nails, her mood, and she has lupus. What's our predictions in the chat? What is she about to say next? Honestly, at this point, I avoid. Had to mute for a second to vent at my roommate. Oh, Amy. Creepy11 said, honestly, at this point, I avoid any gut health or supplement health advice in articles because I just cannot tell what is a scam. I'm just going to eat my pizza and take my extra iron. Lupus is a serious disease. She better not be scaring autoimmune folks away from doctors. Liz, you're not going to be happy. Gary never corrected that assumption either.
And that's where it really started mattering for me. I had known about peptides before that, but I wasn't like a full-on bodybuilder. And I guess it's like you find
What do you mean? You have to take peptides to be a bodybuilder? What are you talking about?
the thing you need when you need it. So in that moment, I needed peptides. So I took the therapies that he gave me, and it was the thing that started to transform.
So, just for clarity's sake, she started with peptides from a different company. Just so we're on the same page.
My life. I am now not symptomatic of lupus.
She's doing air quotes. Are you on the... I don't know if we've upgraded. I don't think we can even take a vote on the floor of the squirrel floor about moving her to a certain list. But I don't like this at all. There's people with chronic pain and chronic diseases and stuff that you can't just say, oh my God, peptides fixed everything. Like, hello? This is the lady that said, I was able to get off of my Adderall, my ADHD medication, because of peptides. Excuse me? Literally, you're not allowed to say that. Oh, but it did. You can't say that. Shout out to all of our actually licensed, educated, and qualified and ethical medical peeps. We love you. I am also not symptomatic of lupus because I don't have it. And she might actually have it. I don't know. We're going to have to, I would say we're going to have to, I would like to take her at what she says she has and also then say, you can't make that claim about supplements. So I don't want to maybe like, as somebody, I'm as sensitive to that because with endometriosis, you don't necessarily like see it. And then you have to prove you're actually sick. Like me going, my doctor retired. I'm not going to cry. My doctor, who was incredible, retired. He would do our appointments. He would turn the light off. Like, because I'm sensitive to lights, he understood like endometriosis. He understood the impact of chronic pain. He understood a lot. And so he retired, which I'm happy for him. I'm not happy for me. And I went to a new doctor, apologies. And it's like a whole, starting from the beginning. Well, what do you have? Endometriosis. Okay, well, why do you need this? I'm like, well, this is a good day. I don't need my walker. What do you mean you need a walker? Why do you need a walker? And I'm like, so you have to go through again and prove that you're sick again, even though they have all the notes from your other doctor. So just for me, I'm sensitive to it. It's just something I don't want to do in the chat.
The inflammation is gone. The weight on my belly is shrunken and I feel absolutely amazing. And then the best part that came from it too is that I was able to get my mother, who's 81 years old, on it. I was able to get my father, who's 86 years old. Yeah, guys, I'm like the youngest of a Filipino family, so my dad.
My apologies.
But he's 86 years old.
My bad. I think Filipina is the correct for. I know Filipino would cover a group of multiple genders, and then Filipina, I think for individual, I think she counts as that.
And to see my father actually, like, he had one foot in the grave, and to see everything about him change because of being on peptides, it blew my mind.
How do we think that that's not going to be a huge pull for people who are saying, wow, my parent also has a foot, quote unquote, in the grave. I'm going to give him peptides. What? Choose to do and supplement as you will. The claims you're making are the issue. Oh, but they actually helped. Anecdotal evidence doesn't mean that it's going to apply to everyone. And if people who do the peptides actually wanted it to be a prescription, they would do the studies to make it a prescription. So you need to stay in your supplement lane and stop using deception to recruit people, in my opinion. Whoops.
So over the past year, I've started coaching again, but it's not out in the open. So now I'm excited because I can talk more about my knowledge around peptides. So we do have a peptide expert with us right now, and he is actively like he has clinics and he's working with doctors. So what I'm going to do is I want to explain to you the most simple way that I have begun to explain it to people. Like if I'm talking to my mom and all her friends, because I'm literally working like helping 80-year-olds with this, right? So I want to just explain to you how you can begin wrapping your brain around this peptide idea. Okay, so I want you to think that your health is like you're building your house and you're trying to maintain your house and keep that house up and standing for as long as possible, right? That's what we're all trying to do. Like we're protecting our investment. So if you're building a house, the most important thing that we do know we need is a solid foundation, right? So right now, you have all been doing amazing at building that foundation. And what's the foundation? Understanding that lifestyle is the foundation of your health. So eating healthy, getting rest, getting exercise, drinking the water, being positive, making the better choices, limiting the processed foods, limiting the gluten and the seed oils, educating yourself. That makes up your.
Oh my God. Sleep, important. Movement, important, but also not everyone can move the way that I'm sure that she is saying you need to move. Hydrating, important. You don't just get hydration from water, though. You can get hydration from fruit. You can get hydration from, obviously, smoothies. There's fruit in smoothies. You can get hydration from your coffee. And yeah, it is a diuretic, but you also are taking in a liquid, and that is hydration. Talk to your registered dietitian. Yes, eating healthy is important. What does she define eating healthy as? Not everyone needs to go gluten-free. This whole thing about, oh my God, seed oils has been debunked. If you don't want to do seed oils because you're allergic to seeds or whatever, do what you need to do. But don't go and say, don't use a, what is it? Hold apart, part to whole fallacy. Stop. Oh my God. Hi, Ov. Let me link Ov's shop. Let's do a delightful small business link. Ov's been here since the beginning. If you love to craft, if you love great customer service, if you love incredible hand customize. When you buy earrings, sometimes you're looking at them and they have the wrong hoop that you don't like. They're whatever, the wrong. Sometimes you have the hook, and sometimes you have the enclosure. Sometimes you need sterling silver. Ov can do all that for you. You just have to message Ov on Etsy. So, and you can use my code for 10% off. But when I say Ov's prices are incredible, they're incredible. Yeah, my sister has to be gluten-free too. It sucks. It sucks.
Healthy lifestyle. And there are people that have no clue about that, and they are living an unhealthy lifestyle. And then there are people that are fully dialed in.
Sorry, let me just go back. Apologies, I need to go back a few seconds.
And there are people that have no clue about that, and they are living an unhealthy lifestyle. And then there are people that are fully dialed in, and they're living a healthy lifestyle. And
just because you eat gluten doesn't mean that you are quote unquote unhealthy. What does your blood work say? What is your ability to do things that you want to be able to do physically? I was using a walker in 2023 and most of 2024. I still use it. I also started working with a mobility specialist back in July of last year. Because I wanted to be able to stand for I want to be able to stand for at least 30 minutes. I wanted to be able to improve my whatever. If I could, I wanted to be able to get stronger and be in a better place for my second surgery. Not everybody has, one, the funds to be able to do that. Some people don't even have the mobility to be able to say, like, oh, I want to be able to walk. They cannot walk. There's other things too. So she doesn't even open the door for being inclusive about what movement can look like for different people. It's more complex than what she's saying, and it's also a lot simpler than what she's saying. The whole like blood feud with seed oils, it's not a thing. Only if you're allergic. I recently got steel studs rather than hooks. Leverbacks, I don't have them listed yet, but those are an option now. I love that Ov. But titanium and sterling silver are only available as hooks right now. I love that so much. Thank you. Oh my god, Ov, I love that. Exactly, Angela. The only people that shouldn't eat gluten are people that have a medical or allergy-related reason to not eat gluten. Otherwise, there is nothing wrong with it. Also, why are we learning this from this lady who's not an expert in her field for any of this stuff?
And then we got us that, it's a work in progress, right? We're in between and we're finding our way through this journey. But the key to your success in your health, I will tell you over and over, is going to be creating a healthy lifestyle. You need that foundation. And that's a work in progress, right? Now, the second piece I want you to imagine are what I like to call are the raw materials. So that's what makes up your house, like the walls and the doors and the frame, like the raw materials. You need to build your house with raw materials. So what are the raw materials? The raw materials are what you're going to supply your body, because the food we're eating is not supplying it. So you need...
How do you know? Somebody who's smarter than me at this, like, how do you know? Let's say you're eating food. So you've got your macros, your carbohydrates, your fats, your proteins. Let's say that you have all the vitamins your body needs listed. Not listed, but you have them in terms of, okay, we're doing our macros, we're doing our micros. We're at that point, we go to the doctor after we've been doing this for 3 months or whatever. We go to the doctor, we get blood work done, blood panel, and we see, okay, here's what your cholesterol looks like. Here's what all of the things. Here's what your vitamins look like. What, are you low on anything? Yeah, you're low on vitamin D. How often do you get outside? Not very often. I've got mobility issues. Okay, let's supplement that with a supplement. Okay, cool. Do I need anything else? Nope. You're good on vitamin A. You're good on vitamin B12. All the other stuff. You're fine. So what are we not getting? What are we not getting with our food? If there's a specific answer to that, I'd love to hear it. Really, I would. I'm saying, okay, you make a claim. You say, you're not getting this through your food. Okay, what does that impact? Your micronutrients. So you're saying I'm not getting the micronutrients. Prove it. Where does it show on my panel that I'm missing these micronutrients? Amy's losing it in the chat. Oh my god. Huh? What, Miss Mia? In my opinion, MLMers are horrible at making analogies. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to go with the house analogy, the person that you're saying to fix your house or to help you keep your house up is somebody who is a DIYer. And sometimes DIYers can do really great stuff, and sometimes they can't. And you're going to be able, in my opinion, to sometimes get better results with a contractor who's licensed, bonded, insured, and has experience and been trained in the industry. Because there are some things that maybe you're not thinking about that the contractor who's licensed is able to do. And your house is going to be in better shape long term because you got the work done by somebody who was trained by a standard that the state has put in place. I'm not shitting on DIY. I like DIY when I was more mobile. we renovated a couple of houses. I'm just saying contractors are faster and they're able to problem solve faster. And I'm not saying, oh my God, medical professionals are incredible. Thank you for doing the work. And I've also had really awful experiences with them. So it's complex. It's a complex cloud. Mer, mer, mer. Sometimes the DIYer will burn your house down. Oh my God. So Red Raider's a CPA and Red Raider's husband is a structural engineer. I love it. I love the brain power. Think about this. If you're a DIYer and let's say you take down the wrong wall and it's structural. That's not going to be good for your roof. That's not going to be good for your roof.
We need to be taking in essential
Yes.
fatty acids because they're essential because we need to get it from our diet and we're not getting it from our diet. So there's things.
So does it show on the blood panel that we're not getting it from our diet? If you're just coming in and you're like, when are you trying to drink? I tried it a while ago and I can't take another sip because I'm queasy right now. Am I probably more queasy than most of the people who are the target market of this? Yes. Do I have a worse gag reflex than most people? Sure do. Not a fan. And we're going to be posting XCal's taste test to Instagram for the first 24, 48 hours. So if you want to go over there and you can see that. Oh my God. The things he has to fix or get permitted after the fact. Yep.
Things that you have to give your body. You need to give your body essential fatty acids. You need to give your body B vitamins because every single day your B vitamins are being leached out of your body because of the processed foods you're eating. You need to give yourself electrolytes, trace minerals because we normally would.
Salt on your steak? Isn't salt something where you can get your electrolytes from? Hello, Vanessa. The old "our food is not as nutritious as it used to be" thing that has been debunked. We met in high school and went to tech together. He's my favorite person. Oh my God, that's adorable. Oh my God, Natasha. I did I DIY'd a closet in my old building and knocked out the electricity and at my old apartment and knocked out the electricity in my building. Yep, it happens. What the fuck is she talking about? I hate to say I understand what she's talking about because I was deeply enmeshed in the alternative world for a long time. My mom is always outside, loves sunbathing, and she needs to take vitamin D since it's really low. It's so weird that they assume most of the time because they don't know what they are saying. Yep. Coco, happy birthday! If y'all have a birthday, here is our kazoo. Happy birthday. Okay, here's the TLDR if you're just popping in. I did a taste test. This is the product. This is one of the products that Nueva is dropping in June. This is for sale on h2bev.com. You can get 12 of them for $40. This is an awful flavor in my opinion, so try the orange or the strawberry if you are in Nueva and you're like, oh my God, I want to try a product early. How do I know this product is a product that they're hiding? Because all of the graphs for the science-y shit for this match all the graphs that y'all saw on the Zoom call that the unnamed chicken nugget in the top right corner did, along with Margie Alaprandi and Rick Teague and Michelle Teague. This product. This is a hydrogen water. It tastes like really flat Sprite, really flat diluted Sprite with almost an immediate hit of salt and an aftertaste of stevia. That's what it tastes like to me. My guinea pig Pepper got very confused by the kazoo. Oh my God. Amy, have a good day. Thanks so much. So, so we're looking at Nueva, which is a new MLM that's already launching. We found out. We're going to find out at the end of the stream something so twisty. And I can't wait. I hope y'all stay to the end to hear that. I'm not trying to say like, oh my God, stay. I mean, if you have to pop out, pop out. Give me a pity like, and then come back and watch the last like 30 minutes of the stream, because what this guy is going to say shows that the story about the company just coming together maybe wasn't an exact reflection of what happened. Dr. Tap, what's up? Oh my God, you're going to get pissed with the science, honestly. Yep, I said happy birthday. Oh, it's Coco's birthday too? Oh. Wait. No, that's the birthday we did, right? I was like, what? Yeah, it's Coco's birthday. Oh, because you're saying, what's it for? Got it. Okay, I understand what's going on. I understand. I'm late to I'm late to the game.
Be getting the trace minerals from the fruits and vegetables that come from the ground that it's grown out of. But the problem is the topsoil from the earth is completely deficient of nutrients anymore. So the topsoil.
For farmers, though, I understand what they're saying about the soil, but like that's, from what I understand, there's different ways of farming where you rotate your crops and you specifically plant certain crops with other crops so that you can start to replenish a soil, like planting sunflowers in a field, or there's all these different things. Google it yourself. Farmers are, for the most part, well, farmers are incredible. If you're a farmer, if you know a farmer, they're really incredible people, and there's so much science, there's so much agricultural science to go into stuff, and like there's lots of people working on like preserving and improving what is in the soil. Yes, it matters. Does that mean that you're gonna get like shitty things? Well, they may taste shitty, but like, is it missing? If it is, fine, but are you actually low on those trace minerals when you get a blood panel done?
That's supposed to be providing your fruits and vegetables that you're eating, that you think is giving your body the trace minerals that it needs, those fruits, that trace mineral is gone. So you need to provide yourself with trace minerals. So many minerals out there now. Creatine, protein, you hear us talking about protein, amino acids. Guys, if you know me, I preach making sure to get on a really good high quality amino acid supplement. So this is going to tie into what we're talking about, but yes.
Not everyone needs to, oh my God. Not everyone needs to take an amino acid. I keep going back to this. Don't get scared by somebody trying to push you into trust that peptides are the answer to everything or whatever the supplement is. Okay, how do I prove what she's saying is true? Okay, how would I know I'm low on something? Well, I would go and take a blood test, and a lot of times the pseudoscience-y individuals will say, well, those numbers are wrong. Actually, the range should be this. So they will start debunking the test itself, in my opinion. So it's either yes or no. And again, sometimes there's interpretation of you may be close to something and you are actually low on something, or sometimes there's numbers that are close, like that it could be either or. What are the specific answers about stuff? I hope we get a farmer in the chat soon. My dad's a farmer? Oh my God. Tell your dad thank you from me. Also, I love your profile picture. You give them so much creatine, you damage the patient's kidneys. This could be not correct. I was watching, I think Dr. Id's reels or whatever, and this lady had gone to the emergency, but it was admitted to the hospital for taking too much, what was it? Like a supplement, like a random supplement that you think wouldn't send you to the hospital, and she ended up being in the hospital. So it's like, talk to your doctor about supplements. You can take too many supplements. Dr. Tap, thank you. Welcome to Illyria, friends. Fluffery's afoot. Valhalla's spare bus driver got one. Sandra Fulbright Myers, welcome back. Gabby got one. Jody Alexander got one. And Ellie5902 got one. Here's the Discord. And welcome to Illyria.
Horatio Gold, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Welcome. Discord link is for members. You can click on it in the live chat. I want to be careful. I don't want to gaslight anybody. I personally have had really bad experiences with like the medical community. I know there's really great people in the medical community in the chat. I don't want my encouraging you to say the blood work will tell you all the answers to silence your own gut and say, well, I know something's wrong with me, but the doctors are telling me like nothing's wrong with me. I did that for several years. In and out of the emergency room, I was told to lose weight and eat more vegetables. Come to find out, I had endometriosis. And I'm not blaming anybody. I'm saying I understand what it's like for someone to say, hey, I think you probably are just really anxious and you're also fat. Thanks so much. There is actually something wrong with me. The only person who listened to me was my mom. My mom was the one that helped Google stuff to find a medical professional in Dallas. We drove to Dallas. And we started getting on the right path because she saw that I couldn't walk standing straight up. I was walking so slow because it was so painful. You can't see endo on a scan. So no x-ray, no CT scan, no, what's the M one? MRI shows anything's wrong. So we started doing that. We found a surgeon here in Houston. So it's complex. It's a complex issue. So if you've had a tough time finding answers, it does feel it's frustrating. And then you hear something like what she's saying and says, hey, this pill is going to fix everything. She didn't exactly say that, but she said a lot of it. Vitamin A toxicity can cause organ damage or failure. Talk to your doctor. For any non-Americans, does your country control supplements better than America? I think Canada does, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. My mom's great. My mom's an incredible person. And I wouldn't have found all the answers had my mom hadn't have helped me. And my mom is not a medical professional. She's my battle buddy in terms of she goes with me to my appointments, which is difficult for her. She's a sensitive, caring person. But I'm just trying to say, I have compassion if you haven't got answers yet.
It's important that we give ourselves the raw materials. We need to optimize nutrition. That's what you're going to hear.
Oh my God.
Optimizing nutrition. So we're doing that. We've been taking supplements our whole life. Okay. So supplements is that second layer. It's the raw materials. And then enters peptides. So peptide therapy, it has been around for a long time, but now gaining more and more traction, more studies are being done on it. More amazing results are coming from it. Peptides, the best way to look at peptides. Well, anybody that searches ChatGPT will be told that a peptide is a short chain of amino acids.
What about NIH? I don't know. What about what? What about a not regulated, maybe just a credible source? Now, ChatGPT is awesome. What I like about Perplexity is that it's going to link stuff. ChatGPT can do the same thing. Please list all links used to give me this answer. Then you can go look at all the links and read for yourself. And even with ChatGPT, people who have studied this, like Amy and others in the chat, are able to put all of the connecting pieces together that gives it a meaning that is better understood that isn't just so specific because this person's trying to make a commission off of your lack of peptide knowledge. That's just my perspective of what she's doing. That may not be her intent. Different. Yes, so not everybody, the Nueva 9, Nueva. What am I doing? I've been calling the people who started Nueva the not school, but if you haven't read Lord of the Rings, that's not going to make any sense. A lot of them were in Justin Prince's downline. They have lots of things to say about Justin Prince. They have ripped on his peptides because they say their peptides are more natural. Again, my first 3 streams are down right now. I'm waiting for the copyright strike to fall off or for them to respond. They shade Justin Prince about his peptides. They've started their peptides. Then they were talking about this as their first product, Hydroshot. They redacted everything because they said, oh my God, it's patent pending. We can't tell you anything about it. They didn't want you to search for it because it's $40 right now, and they're probably not going to sell it for $40 when it comes to be sold on their website. That's non-existent right now. So this is Nueva, formerly reps of Modere. Equal fuckery.
Between 4 or 50 amino acids put together. And when you have multiple peptides put together, eventually that builds proteins. Okay. Anybody that searches chat.
Does everyone need, do you need amino acids from supplements? I wish I knew all this before I started streaming, but I really don't. They know Justa's making peptides. Oh, because it is a money maker right now, Elaine. So there's 20 amino acids in your body that your body uses to build proteins, and 9 of them are essential. You get them from... Where do you get these amino acids from? The other 11 that are non-essential or conditionally essential, your body usually makes them unless you're ill or stressed. You can get them from complete proteins. Meat, fish, eggs, dairy, soy, quinoa contain all 9 essential amino acids. Oh, it's not the Nueva product. Interesting. Complementary proteins from plant-based sources like rice, beans, or hummus plus pita can provide all 9 when eaten throughout the day. Huh. If you're eating a varied, balanced diet with enough calories and protein, you're almost certainly getting all the amino acids you need. People with certain medical conditions, like liver or kidney disease, severe malnutrition, or if you're a high-performance athlete, under intense training loads, may, but not always, be advised by a professional to supplement. A professional meaning a medical doctor. But for the average healthy person, nope. The amino acid drink is just another shiny wellness upcharge. Interesting. Interesting that she didn't say any of that. As a holistic health practitioner. How interesting. Interesting.
GPT, when you heard about peptides, you probably searched it and you got that answer. I want to just explain to you what that means for you, and then eventually you can get the science stuff down. So what it means for you is that we now have technology. We now have access. Human beings have access to technology, science, that we can actually signal. We can work with signals in our body. And that's the best way for me. That's how I look at it, how I explain it, is that peptides are signals in your body. It signals your body to do something. So there's some peptides that signal your body to reduce inflammation. Some peptides that signal to your body to release human growth hormone. Some peptides that signal to reduce inflammation specifically in your gut. some peptides that signal to search out microbials, specifically microbials.
Let me ask you a question. Unidentified chicken nugget. Let me ask you a question. Is orally ingested peptides going to do all those fancy things? Or does it need to be injected? If you're from Nueva, if you're looking to join a peptide MLM, ask that question. Has there been a study on orally ingested peptides to actually achieve the claims that you're making? You have to be very careful also with structure functional claims about supplements impacting the structure functions of the body. There's limitations on what you can say, because otherwise it falls under the deceptive category and you're claiming things you can't claim. That a supplement's going to do something that's equal or better than a prescription medication, or just that you need it because you're going to be incredibly healthy. You have to be careful. You have to be fucking careful.
Like strep, like parasite, like bacterias,
Parasite.
like viruses. Search out those viruses and eat up those viruses. There are specific
peptides eat viruses? Hold on. No, peptides do not eat viruses. That's a misleading or downright false claim often used in pseudoscience or MLM marketing. Peptides are short chains of amino acids. They can have a wide range of biological functions depending on their structure and role in the body, but they are not living organisms and do not eat anything, especially not viruses. I see Amy coming in the chat saying, what? Some peptides, like certain antimicrobial peptides or defensins, can disrupt viral membranes or interfere with how a virus enters or replicates in a cell. However, this happens in a lab under specific conditions. Most peptides marketed in supplements haven't been shown to do this in humans. I'm sorry, I'm like enraged. Many peptide supplements are broken down during digestion before they could even reach a virus, like Amy has said time and time again in the chat. So when someone says these peptides eat viruses, that's about as accurate as saying vitamin C can punch bacteria in the face. It's oversimplified science, it's fear-based marketing, it's MLM nonsense, and yes, I would. Just fuckery's afoot. Drop a red flag in the chat. Amy said peptides are signaling molecules. The Pac-Man of 2025. All right, here we go.
Peptides that give the body specific signals.
Oh my god, not a Star Trek reference. I only knew about peptides from that one episode of The Next Generation when Data was having a dream and Troy was a cellular peptide cake with mint frosting. I need to find that. I need to find that video. Cellular peptide cake. I'm just writing. If you're wondering why I keep looking down during the stream, if you're not listening, I have my little piece of paper and my notes going on down here. So, hello, Milan. We're I don't know if it's good, but we're debunking pseudoscience. How are you?
And what we have access to is now peptides that we can take them that's going to help signal our body. This is the last picture. I love to talk in pictures because that's simple. I always tell whenever I work in companies, I always say, you guys want to figure out, like, you want to dumb it down, just run it past me. And if I can understand.
It's frustrating because, like, you don't need to dumb stuff down because we're so stupid we can't figure it out. Amy breaks stuff down for us frequently. And nobody ends up feeling stupid when Amy explains stuff to us. I don't think. Remember, if it worked, it wouldn't be sold by an MLM. Oh my god. Explain it to me like I'm 5 or whatever it is. Like, if you have a really, from what I understand, yes, there's lots of really complex science out there. when you have, if you're talking about someone who's an expert in the field, a true expert who has an ability to teach, they have such a good understanding of it. They're not trying to put a bunch of, I don't know, extra words and all the superfluous stuff. They're able to break it down and clearly communicate something because they don't have to build up their own ego by sharing all the information that they know that you don't know. They can, like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Saying dumb it down is so rude. So rude. Yeah, it comes across like you don't think we're idiots, that we can grasp what you're saying, but you're also a really good communicator. Which MLM is this? Nueva. It's new. They don't have a product yet. They allegedly are going to be selling this. We taste tested this. They said that this is patent pending, whatever, and that they couldn't share the name because it was hush hush. They couldn't share the name because this already exists on a website, $40 for 12, and they didn't want people to know how cheap it was because I'm sure they're going to raise the price in their MLM. And we found this on the last Zoom that we watched. If you want to just see the oh my God moment, it happens at hour 3. I break it down. I don't dumb it down. I love that, Amy. And we're learning about the peptides they're going to be selling. So it's a delight. They have no comp plan yet. They copied and pasted from O'Dare, in my opinion. They don't have a product yet. They don't have a website yet. But they're already organizing their structure so that when the company opens, everybody's already plugged in the spot and ready to order. Hello, Molly. We're just learning about MLM fluffery.
Then it's okay. We good.
Thank you, Barbara.
So think about electricity in your house. We need electricity to live. Electricities turn on lights. The older we get, the less our body reads the signals. The less the receptors in our cells, because there's the signal and then there's the receptor. So sometimes the signal is a hormone. Sometimes it's not a hormone. It's just a peptide. But the signal comes and the signal speaks to the receptor. But the receptor stops listening because it is overwhelmed by inflammation, by chemicals, by metal toxicity.
This is my opinion. If you need a metal detox, you need to be doing it in a hospital. There's one MLM out there that's a metal detox. It comes in like a blue bottle or something like that. How do I know that? Because I took it when I was deep in the pseudoscience like 5-6 years ago. So when I say I was in it, and I still have compassion for people who are struggling for answers, and they've been, I say, rejected by the medical community. They're gaslit. They don't feel comfortable there. They're looking for a solution, and they're struggling. Amy said, these are terrible analogies. Oh my God. Gabby said, thanks for the gift of membership. Also, Gabby, I love your floof. Oops.
By stress. And then no matter how much you speak to the signal's not reading. We hear a lot about it, right? Insulin resistance. It's the signal that's just not listening to the insulin that's in the body. And then we get pumped with insulin, more and more insulin, and that causes more of a problem. But that's all they can do for us.
Can I just say this? Without giving too much information, I was in, well, for myself, I'm fine. I was in I spent my birthday in a psychiatric hospital. And one of the patients there, who we ended up, you kind of like cluster with certain people. Anyways, we were talking, and she was there because of an event that could have permanently impacted her. She's diabetic, and she hadn't been taking her insulin. So it is when she got on her, because when you're in a hospital, they give you your medicine. When she was on her consistent insulin, it started impacting her like perspective and like her ability to be more engaged with her wise mind, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but when you terrify people and scare people away from the therapies that their doctor, the prescriptions that their doctor has told them to do, you have people who are going to say, I'm going to stop taking my insulin. I'm going to do peptides. Peptides are going to help my body start signaling that they can make the insulin that it's not making right now. You cannot say that. It is irresponsible. It's dangerous. It's fucking dangerous. All the things, Cobra. Peptides fix all the things, apparently. Sending this chat just so you can see the picture of my floof. It's cute. So cute. Here is Charlotte's little floof. Oh my god. I love y'all's floofs. Think clearly. Yeah, think clearly. I'm not a doctor. I'm just trying to explain, like, when you see real life, running real life, like, it was impactful to see, one, the difference that consistent medication that individuals need, how it can change them. And it can seem like they're a completely different person in a really, like, in a good way, because they're able to start feeling like themselves again, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm probably explaining this wrong.
So what the peptides will do in the body is it speaks to the signals. It helps the receptors start listening, and then it actually gives your body the signal, and then your body goes, oh, I got the signal here. And that's what peptides are doing. So we're so excited because we're going to be launching this brand new first to market. Guys, first to market. Nobody ever in network marketing has ever launched peptides. And guess what? We have the exclusive access, the exclusive.
White labeling? What do you mean no one's ever launched peptides? Make wellness? Are you kidding me? Okay. What do you mean they've never launched peptides? What do you mean? Insulin is a peptide hormone, and notice how the major routes of delivery are injection. Hey, Lady Mitersaw. Yeah. You can't generalize peptides like she is. Oh, it's getting better. It's getting better. It's going to get better, Lady Mitersaw. In a few, like maybe in another couple minutes, we have our new character. Yeah, wait, what's Make Wellness doing then? Yeah. Also, Vanessa, I'll Instagram you, DM you about this lady. People who tell folks to stop their psych meds enrage me. And again, if you're scared, if you've been told all your life that Big Pharma is trying to get you addicted to something so that they can continue to make money, or they want you to be sick because if everyone was well, then nobody would. Then their companies would go out of business, blah, blah, blah. I say blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, this prescription is going to harm your liver, and this prescription is going to harm your stomach. And if you take too much of this medication, if you've grown up around that kind of fear, what she's saying is going to really hit home. And if you haven't grown up with that experience, realize that people have everybody has a different experience, and it's not because people are stupid that they believe whatever these things. If you've grown up with it, it's hard to get out of those highways of thinking that have been reinforced since you were a kid. You know what like going into conversations like someone's stupid because they're stuck in a pseudoscience vortex, that doesn't necessarily help.
Contract with one of the only 2 manufacturing facilities in America that are producing the highest quality oral peptides. So I can go on.
Is it the same facility that's producing the Make Wellness peptides? One of 2? Is it only one of 2 facilities in the world because the other countries are not giving the peptides a time of day? The oral ingested peptides the time of day? Why is that? Interesting. Do 2 people want to take pity on me so we can get to 100 likes? That would be cool.
On and talk about it. But yeah, I want to say one more
That
thing,
was good.
just for the brainiac people that wanna, or just for the people who want to understand it. Let me just say one last thing. Oh no, I'm not gonna go. Take it over. I'm gonna Jake.
Hey,
Jake, say
so
your thing.
good. So good. And thank you. In the chat, give some love because that was next level. And she just laid it down for all of us. Now, our next speaker, he is a leader in regenerative medicine and human performance. And he's got over a decade of experience and operates 2 thriving medical clinics in Minneapolis. And he
I
has
forgot that. Sorry.
Incredible brand, a supplement brand that he's put together, but also specializes in IV therapy, in hormone optimization, and peptide therapy. And he's one of the most respected voices in the world of peptides. So you've got to.
One of the most respected experts in the world on peptides. When they're talking about IVs and stuff, they're talking about vitamin C. They're talking about, hi, Sparrow. How are you? Hello, Savannah. How are you? Y'all, Savannah's working on 100,000. I cannot wait to have a We Did It celebratory Dora situation when Savannah hits 100K. It's gonna be a good time. I bet he runs one of those low T clinics. I don't know. He said they said he runs 2. Taking oral or topical supplements when almost all of the legitimate therapies require injection, intravenous or surgical intervention. Yeah. I already don't respect this person. Oh.
Excited community, and they're so excited to hear about your take on peptides and really the formula that you put together and what that means for them as they start taking this peptide. Take it away.
I'm super excited, guys. So I put together kind of a nice little PowerPoint for you.
I'm gonna move myself so you can truly appreciate this. This is our new character. It's got a he has a mustache, and honestly, I'm here for it. I really, truly am so excited about this. We're gonna be doing a few others. I don't know what the other ones are gonna look like, and any likeness to the person who's being censored, it's purely coincidental. Oh my God, Savannah, we already did it and it's awful. Savannah, let me tell you the TLDR. It tastes like diluted flat Sprite with an immediate hit of salt and an aftertaste of stevia. Hey, Wendy. Amy, yes. Amy has it down. Yeah. Oh, I also, Savannah, my dad taste tested it. I'm going to put that reel up on Instagram. My dad drank the whole thing.
We're going to talk about 2 peptides. So we're going to talk about 5-amino-1-MQ today, as well as SLU-PP332, or some will call it SLOOP. Now, kind of done my job a little bit, made it a little easier for me. So she.
Knox is pissed off by the rain. Oh, buddy Knox. My sister's dog hates the rain, and he would not go out. He was like, "You must think I was born yesterday if you think I'm gonna go outside and have water dump on me." So, oh my God, yes, please, replay crew, live chat. You can do this too in the comments. Let me know what chicken nugget you'd like next. I think the cowboy hat's a great idea. Sloop. Sloop?
Already kind of gave you the classic what are peptides. So we'll go through that real quick. Like you said, when you look at the breakdown, it is between basically 2 to 50 amino acids compounded together creates a peptide. By the FDA ruling, above that, it becomes a protein. And so the one thing I initially tell all of our patients when it comes to peptides is that they come from amino acids. And I keep saying this, but our bodies are built from amino acids. And so when you bring something into the body that call it an X or an X variable, and then your body has X cells as well, when you integrate them,
yeah, sorry, I covered his name up. Denise, it's worth staying here and having fun with us and then going back and watch the other part because, oh, I got a super chat? What the heck? Dr. Tap. Yo, the medical community is hit and miss, but it's getting so much better. Our buddy Al did an interview with the CBC a couple of weeks back. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Dr. Tap. That would be great. Thanks so much. And thank you for the super chat. Twitch. Bye, Savannah. Have fun. Oh my god, Chicken Nugget University too. Chicken Nugget Monopoly Man? Yep. Yes. With the monocle? Yes. I don't know why all of these are down lower. It says 5 amino... It says this font is in like all caps Times New Roman if you want to look at... pretend to imagine it. It's 5, the number 5, hyphen, amino, hyphen, 1 MQ, and the 1 MQ is on a completely different line. Maybe it's supposed to be written like that. I don't know. I don't know why they did peptide in a washed out color that's sans serif in the background, and then the 5 amino acid 1 MQ is on top of it. I have no idea. I think they wrote that wrong. Wait, which thing? The 5 amino 1 MQ?
they work very well together. Some would get a little nervous about the synthetic side of things, and you'd be shocked when you get into either clinical use or with your peers. It's just not a situation where you're going to have to be worried about that, side effects. And the one thing I always push to our patients that I really enjoy is that it's one of the far and few in between things in medicine, quote unquote medicine, that you can offer to somebody and you can give them a lot of benefits, a lot of pros, and the cons are far and few in between. So
what are the cons? What are the cons of taking what are the cons of taking an oral peptide? Low bioavailability, your digestive system breaks peptides down just like it does food proteins into individual amino acids. So by the time they reach your bloodstream, the peptide you paid for may not exist anymore. Just like what Amy's been saying. You're basically buying expensive protein crumbs. That's fun. Unproven claims, no FDA regulation, potential side effects, nausea, headaches, water retention, and hormone disruption. Especially with growth hormone-related peptides. Didn't they say that the peptides were going to help your hormones do all the things? Peptides gets tossed around like wellness buzzwords, especially in MLMs. Some peptides may interact with medications or exacerbate conditions like cancer, autoimmune disease, or hormone-sensitive disorders? Hello? Talk to your doctor before taking any supplement. We haven't heard that yet, have we? Talk to your doctor before ingesting any supplement. Protein grams, that's great. To the, what's it called? Yeah, if y'all don't remember, in Monet during the panini, the pandemic, one of the refs was claiming that one of Monet's supplements could help prevent you from getting COVID. And Monet got fined. From what I remember, you have to go to CC Suarez's video. They were fined by the state of Florida, and Monet also let that rep go. Hi, Callie. You link Callie. Basically, any perimenopausal woman is going to go through hell with this. Yeah. And the first lady we saw, the lady with the bow, she's targeting perimenopausal women in general. Let me go back to my notes. The elderly, and because she claimed that the peptides helped her dad who had a foot in the grave. So helped keep him alive, whatever, which she can't say that. And I hope he's doing better in general, because parents getting older is the worst. She was targeting people with pain, weight gain, brittle nails, mood. She also had lupus. She said the peptides improved everything. But you can go watch the clip.
We'll jump into this. We'll go about through the peptides. We'll get into 5-amino-1Q first, and then we'll go from there, guys. All right, like I just said, peptides. You guys have your notes to see.
I'm going to cover it up so that it's not a direct replacement for being able to watch the Zoom call. So he's going to read from it. So just, oh my God, a widow word. Why did they not put any space after R? They said, what space R, and then peptides is in a italic serif font. Who did this? My God.
I'm a fast talker.
I'm covering up one of the emotes. You see these little icons? There's one of a woman with a shapely curve in like a bikini bottom, and then it has dotted, much bigger outline around her, and that has arrows showing that the peptides help you lose the weight. Because I had a copyright claim on my last video, so they can basically continue to have my content taken down, and I'm waiting for my copyright strike to be lifted, so I'm trying to do extra work to keep my content up until I figure out a better plan for this specific company. I know it's not as and again, I've done this to helpfully adjust the make it follow the rules, but also make it better for y'all to debunk with me, and less jarring for y'all to view.
So I'm really sorry, but it's gonna have your breakdown. So your ChatGPT definition, 2 to 50 amino acids together is gonna be your peptide bonds. These can be natural or they can be made synthetic in a lab. And the biggest thing for people to understand, if they are quote unquote synthetic, it's very similar to supplements. And there's really no other way to do peptides. You'll learn as these guys show you more what they're offering. These peptides do come from natural things. You'll learn one that comes from gastric juices. It's amazing. But these two today, like you said.
What do you mean one comes from gastric juices? That doesn't sound good. Oh, God. It's not a bad idea. I mean, they took the color from the background of Nueva. They took the brown, the kind of that darker brown black. I don't mind the icons. It looks unfinished to me. This font isn't 24 points, so it's a little too small. Oh, 20 of y'all like the stream? Holy cow. Thanks so much.
You'll enjoy them, and you'll find out that the quote-unquote synthetic pieces is not a concern. Now, what also Brandy said, these guys touch on a lot of things, from cosmetic benefits to therapeutic goals overall health, and then from a standpoint of regenerative medicine or anti-aging, you're going after healing, inflammation, immune modulating, overall gut health. They're really impressive. You have people that are going after.
Did you know, according to the FTC, you can't say anti-aging when you're talking about supplements because it falls into the deceptive category, Section 5 of the FTC Act. I hate I'm being that person. Like, oh, did you know the rule? The rules are there to give you guardrails so that you stay in your lane. Hi, Tori. Is he saying these guys? I think so. Normally I like to look at people's lips when they're talking, and I'm like, well, hoping for the best. Can't really, he's covered up at the top, so the kerning's making my eyes bleed. Yeah.
After, the fine lines and wrinkles. They're going after, maintaining lean body mass, maximizing their sleep, helping with their brain function as a whole. So they start to check a lot of boxes, and it almost sounds like witchcraft to some people, because it's something that you almost wonder why you haven't been told about this or you haven't seen it for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
It almost sounds like witchcraft because it is. That's hilarious. I know peptide's a real thing, but it's just funny that he just said, it almost sounds like witchcraft because it is. Oh my god. I cannot. This is amazing. I can understand why companies don't want someone to critique this, because they're already a step behind not having products to sell yet. They're going to have to keep people happy for a couple of months until June, maybe sooner, even though they said they were going to ship products in a week. I'm going to set that aside. They have to keep people happy for that period of time, giving them essentially like, trust us and wait. Oh my god, a witch nugget? Lady Miter Saw? Done. Done, done, done.
To go a little bit more in depth with 5-amino.
Again, I'm going to cover up. I'm going to keep my picture on so that this is not a replacement for you watching the Zoom call. If I'm just saying that again. What the hell did you do to the... Okay, so if you're just watching, we have a picture of a supplement bottle and 3 pink pills kind of strategically off the page. And one of the pills is open up with some powder. And on top of that, on top of this white supplement bottle, on top of a beige background, we have white text that says, what is, in a serif font, meaning they've got those little feet on them. Then we have 5-amino 1MQ, which surprisingly isn't lower like it was in the beginning. Meaning before it was 5-amino 1MQ was on several lines down. This one's not like that. But the what is in the serif font, and the letters are so close together, they're strangling each other. I have no idea. Methylquinolinum? The designer in me is mad. Oh my god, why is it center aligned?
So 5-amino 1MQ, if you can pronounce...
This brown is not even the same brown that we've been looking at on the other pages. And yeah, you could have, the heading could be a deep color, then the subheading could be another, like a lighter version of that color, and then the body text I get could be a lighter color of that. Why? The brown is not even the same.
It is 5-amino 1 methylquinolinum. This guy here is a small molecule, and it affects something called the
Nueva reps, ex-Modera reps who are thinking about joining Nueva. Anybody who's thinking about joining Nueva, Amy said, 5-amino 1MQ is commercially available from a lot of places. Oh, you're just trying to hate on us. You just don't even like MLMs. No, I do not. I especially don't like people saying that something's proprietary, that something is exclusive to a company when it isn't. And then they are using that so that you don't go out and see how inexpensive it is, or the price compared, the original price compared to what they're going to be selling it for in their MLM. That seems to be fuckery to me, in my opinion.
enzyme. Now, with this, You guys are going to be offering it in a capsule form. This can be taken, and depending on the dosage, 1 to 3 times a day. With your guys' formula, it's going to be 50 milligrams, which is amazing. 50 milligrams. We'll be able to check a lot of the boxes of what we're talking about, and being able to show the benefits for a lot of your patients and your clients. That being said,
No patience. Nueva reps. Listen, Linda. We honestly need this. Where is it? Do we have scenes? We sure don't. Where's our scenes? What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I guess he's making a specific peptide for them. But we'll see. Creepy, if you love a good PowerPoint roast, that's one of our favorite things to do. A lot isn't a peptide, it's a small molecule. Oh, also it isn't a peptide. I cannot read today.
when you're looking at this, it does support metabolism, weight management, cellular energy, and then overall too, the big one I'll blanket here soon is inflammation. It's really impressive in that category, and we'll get into why 5-MeO-1MQ does that on the next one. All right, so 5-MeO-1MQ, it affects something called NNMT. This is a enzyme in the body that they've shown that when it's elevated, it correlates to a lot of negative things. This can range from Parkinson's to Alzheimer's to dementia to cancers, weight gain, especially in the midsection. Then from there, it snowballs. Patients can struggle with blood pressure issues, insulin resistance. And so what I love about 5-MeO-1MQ, which you'll see here, is it basically, it blocks it, keeping it very, very simple. So being able to...
So you're saying that taking this peptide is going to give us a better chance of not getting Alzheimer's? Are you for real? Where is the disclaimer on these slides that this product is not shown to cure, treat, prevent, or cure any disease? Did you have that disclaimer anywhere? Oh, you didn't think it was a big deal? Is everyone going on the FU list? Maybe. My God. Amy said, I am mad, okay? All caps. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know why everything is center aligned. I don't know why this is a different font size than this. I mean, something's different about it. They're all center aligned. I don't know why the NNMT is right here in bigger whatever letters and bolder letters. Why are we not left aligned? Why is there part of an engine? Oh, because I said, think of your body as a complex engine. How come y'all didn't coordinate on your analogies? Huh? It's not a peptide. I asked Chad about their SLUP thing, and it said exactly, verdict, hard no, this is way out of bounds for safe self-use and not approved for anything. Oh yes, Parkinson's. I said Alzheimer's. I love when they include weight in the same sentence as Parkinson's, dementia, and cancer. When we watched the first Zoom, and I wish that video was still up, it was either Margie, Michelle, or there's another one I can't remember, was talking about what they want to do with their products. And the first thing was how you look externally, which made so much sense because of who decided to open the company. Yeah, we can report it. We can totally report it. It's pretty easy to do on the FTC website and the FDA website. Very easy to do. And I'm going to have to put, what I'll do, if y'all are okay with this, I'll put all of the videos in a folder that y'all can share like a Google folder that y'all can share when you make the report, so that they have the original videos that these people can't delete, but they can be viewed and downloaded. Let me work on it this weekend.
Block NMT, your body's going to work more efficiently. Now, the big question is, why does NMT elevate in the body? The big word, like I just said, is inflammation. And inflammation, I think people think a lot of times it is just,
chronic inflammation, not inflammation that naturally happens. Like your body does things where it gets inflamed and then it goes back down. That's normal. From what I understand, there's normal inflammation that happens, and then when the chronic inflammation is different. I think that's what he's talking about. Bye, creepy. Shoreline cleanup tomorrow. Have fun. Dollar Shadona says to use actually a chiropractor or a naturopath. I will look into it, Lady Myersaw. Yeah.
I'm working out a lot, I'm training a lot, I'm exercising, and that's inflammation. Sometimes with food, depending on what they're eating, but it can come from a lot of things. It can come from, poor healthy habits, if it's lack of sleep, if it is consuming the wrong foods for sure, and then also chronic stress. These are all huge, huge factors. So
it's almost like the registered dietitians who talk about, like Kat Benson talks about sleep hygiene, talks about hydration, talks about stress management in the context of learning to move your body, and if that impacts your stress management in a negative way, like that you're not forgetting one, what else is it? What you're eating, making sure you're eating enough food. Your brain needs food, needs carbs. There's other stuff, but you're looking at all of them and that you're not wanting one to take away from the other. Like if you're learning to move your body again, does that put you into a flare? If you have chronic pain, does that put you in a flare the next day in terms of your stress and your pain? So then you go back and you adjust how you move. I'm not saying this as me giving you advice. I'm saying talk to your registered dietitian who understands, like, what does your blood say? How's your sleep? How's your stress? Are you eating enough food? And they may make pivots on that. Are you hydrating? Do you understand, like, all the things that you can get hydrated from? Are you, whatever it is. It's all a dance. They're all connected. And one shouldn't, from what I understand, one shouldn't be, snuffing another one out. They have to be, like, working together.
Be able to take something like this that's been shown to inhibit that enzyme and bring that down, it puts your body in a better state of success, simply put.
Better state of success?
All right, so if you want the long word, so NMT stands for nicotinamide N-methyltransferase. So like I said before, this is an enzyme that plays a role in metabolism as a whole, and overall how your cells function, and then also it controls how your body can store fat. When NMT levels are too high, especially in fat cells, your body tends to slow down fat burning, store more fat, and reduce cellular energy production, which is obviously not a good thing. All right, and then getting into its role. Like I said, I already touched on some of these things, but just so you guys can see it on paper, elevated NMT levels have been shown to correlate.
Again, if you're just popping in and you're like, DC, you're covering stuff on the slide. I have to. At this point in the game, I have to cover it. He's going to read it anyways. It's a long story. I'm trying to keep my videos up instead of being taken down. So. But all the things that they are saying and they're alluding on this slide is ridiculous.
With cancer, Parkinson's, osteoarthritis.
Oh. Let me, Amy, I'll make you a temporary mod. You can share the links. Just give me a second. Yeah, I have it set up on my channel that mods can, because we've got bots and stuff. Upload, go live. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right. You are mod. So you can share links, Amy. Okay.
Kidney disease, neurovascular disorders, neurological disorders. So just I'll keep circling back to it, but being able to implement this on a routine basis, it only makes sense. And a lot of us are.
So NNMT has also been implicated in several diseases, particularly due to its impact on metabolic pathways and gene expression. Some of these diseases include, but are not limited to, cancer, Parkinson's, osteoarthritis, kidney disease, neurovascular disorders, and neurological disorders. And that's where 5-amino-1-MQ comes in. They're saying that NNMT is awful and that 5-amino-1-MQ is going to save the day. That's not what he said. That's what I said.
Are metabolically impaired some way or another, because the world that we live in, it's an uphill battle with the food.
Hopefully, replay crew, hello, that this does not get, this stream doesn't get taken down, but stream, live chat, when I have to blur out more people, it takes the live chat away. But Amy put a link in the chat that would be really beneficial for you to click on. And Amy found a website that basically says all that word for word. Are we just going to take a squirrel trail? Yes. Don't worry, replay crew. We're going to pull it up right now. Quit. All right.
That's out there.
Okay. And we're going to go here. And we're going to go... Let me just do this so I'm not as messy. Okay. Copy. Oh, there's memberships here too. 5-amino-1-MQ, what it is, benefits, and how it works. I wonder... Oh my god, this is like someone took this PowerPoint from this, right? Slowing down aging. You can't say that. Oh my god. Literally all the claims. I'm reading this right now. Sorry to the listeners only. The irritation. Oh, we can't see. No, we can see? We can't see. Let me click on this one. Let me click on the second one. Copy. Oh. Apply for a membership. What the hell's going on? Oops. I didn't click on enough. Hold on. Eden. 5-amino-1-MQ versus semaglutide. Differences, pros, and cons compared. 5-amino-1-MQ is a small molecule currently studied in early stage research for its potential impact on cellular metabolism. It's been shown to inhibit an enzyme called NNMT in animal models. However, its effects in humans are not yet known. Animal testing's a thing. Just because something like with that Young Living situation with the candles, that test specifically, it doesn't... Sorry, I touch my hair in irritation, like as a... I don't have any of my fidget toys right now. I know that's irritating to some of y'all who watch. I'm doing my best to not touch it, but there was a test for Young Living where they built this special thing where they put a rat and kind of like had it exposed to candle in an enclosed space, and like the impact or the chance of you getting cancer or something like that. And I don't know if that was the exact like disease or whatever, but you burn a candle in such a large area, it wasn't they were scaring people with a scientific study that they didn't understand so that they could sell their diffuser because candles are evil and essential oils are good. It's twisty out here, honestly. Sorry, I'm missing the chat. So are we just counting on the mice here? And the rats. Copy, paste, grift. It's near the top of... Yep. Yep. It's near the top of... It ranks relatively high when you search for it on Google. It's easy to find. I'm surprised that... I don't know what their website situation is going to be. We'll see what happens. The first link was the first I clicked on.
There, you know, what's exposed to us. We need things like these to be able to keep us, you know, moving in the right direction.
No.
And then, like I already said, this just shows a nice, clear picture that NMT. So you guys can put in your brains. The big factor is being able to block NMT. Blocking that enzyme puts our body in a much better place, a much better.
Does it? Okay. Does 5-amino 1-MQ block NMT? Or is there a better way to describe what it does? Yes, 5-amino 1-MQ is often described as an NNMT inhibitor, but let's unpack that with a clear and more accurate explanation. It inhibits NNMT, which stands for, we already know the long word. NNMT is an enzyme that plays a role in energy metabolism, cellular aging, fat storage, and white adipose tissue. By blocking NNMT, 5-amino 1-MQ is theorized to increase cellular levels of NAD+, which we've heard a lot of people using in the MLM stuff. I know a lot of people just get it from their supplement store. Supports mitochondrial function and potentially promote fat loss by altering how fat cells function. Potentially. Yes, it does block it. Oh, Lestrade level detective. Let's go. Here's the kicker. Most of this research is on mice or isolated cells, not humans. There is no large-scale peer-reviewed human trials showing this compound is safe, effective, or even necessary. Many supplement companies and MLMs tout 5-amino 1-MQ as a miracle metabolism booster, but the evidence is still very preliminary. Instead of saying blocks NNMT, you could say inhibits an enzyme linked to fat storage and aging, though human evidence is limited. Targets NNMT, metabolic enzyme, but clinical proof in humans is lacking. Alters metabolic pathways by suppressing NNMT, at least in mice. Just doing my job as chief science advisor. MLMs often hype 5-amino 1-MQ using buzzwords like anti-aging, fat burning, or NAD+ boost, without acknowledging the lack of human studies. The compound's mechanism is real, but overselling it based on animal research is misleading. All right.
Better state as a whole. And then here is the huge list.
Dear.
And I think.
Okay, we're going to rage on this PowerPoint slide for a second. And you could change this in about 5 minutes, so we're going to roast it. Can I just... What the hell is this over here? What is going on right here? I have no idea. We have a 5 in the background. So you have huge 5 that you can't even see. Amino 1-MQ. The 5 is pixelated so badly. It's such a low res, which it's strange it is because it's a type. like typeface. It looks like they've made it into a graphic, downloaded it, then tried to make it a better quality than it actually was. This doesn't make sense. I know that they were trying to make some kind of texture in the background. It does not make sense. The amino 1MQ is kind of the same weight as the potential benefits. So your eye is just chaos. Your eye is chaotically roaming around this, hoping for clarity and not getting any of it. And why? I mean, at least you left aligned it, but why are they so far away from the arrows? And why are the arrows on top of this white thing? I mean, good for you for center aligning everything. This doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Can I paste it here? Copy. Ah. Nope, sure can't. Hold on. We're going to make this the same size, and then we're going to see if it's just a optical illusion. All right, so that's the increased muscle recovery. Oh, what's that? Why did you make... You see how much bigger? Why did you just make it the same size? You have all of this room over here. Oh, you're being so mean. You're starting a company. This dude's supposed to be some kind of expert on peptides. And you're telling me this looks professional? Hello? What? Nod to the clarity of your message by having a great presentation, and you don't need to pay out the wazoo for it. And I almost would say don't do Fiverr. But whatever this is, it's a no for me. Some of them are ES and some of them are ED. Yep. Oh, come on, dude. I don't know what's going on. My computer updated? No. My computer updated and now it doesn't want to give me any permissions. Yeah, I mean, I would say even a 7th grader would do a better job, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm saying support your message with the same or better presentation of that message. And I guess it's MLM, so it's shitty anyways. But, like, he's saying some things that are scientifically accurate, and if you're trying to convince me to join Nueva, this isn't it. This is not it.
I was talking to a lot of you guys.
That pause you heard was him mentioning someone's name.
Maybe we're looking more toward body, you know, quote unquote, aesthetics, dropping body fat, building lean muscle, and that's great. But this does go deeper than that. So you can see on this list, it's going to improve your metabolism. It does help with weight loss. It does help with energy. It does support healthy aging, especially from the anti.
I wonder how many of these you're going to get slapped for by the FDA.
Anti-inflammatory side of things. It does have overall anti-inflammatory benefits. It improves insulin sensitivity. It's increased in muscle recovery. It can drop blood pressure in a positive manner. And then on top of that, increasing NAD levels, which you guys have maybe heard about that, but it's huge for mitochondrial health, improving wound healing, lowering cholesterol levels, and overall it supports immune function.
You're telling me somebody who hasn't been able to get the medical care that they need, they're going to look at this and say, wow, that's a lot of, that's really helpful, and it's all in one bottle. This is just my experience. I'm not saying this is everyone's experience. And I'm not saying that I'm the sickest person. I'm saying in my experience, struggling with chronic pain, especially going from being able to move and be as active as I wanted to going from playing tennis full time and running marathons and doing half marathons and like all that good stuff, going from that to having to use a walker is like a mind fuck, okay? And being in pain and not being able to get answers and feeling like you are crazy or you're just overreacting, it's a mind fuck. Having nobody believe you that you're sick until you finally, like, your mom helps you, but nobody else thinks, like, you're actually sick. No doctor, no nurse, no, like, nobody. And then you think, I just need help. I just need someone to believe me. And then you go and you look at this supplement and you say, wow, increased muscle recovery, improved wound healing, lower cholesterol, supports my immune system, anti-aging. What could be wrong with this other than it's part of an MLM? I want a cure for the stuff that's wrong with me. And what I really appreciate about my last doctor who retired is he said, there's not a magic pill to fix what's wrong with you, unfortunately. Maybe your pain medication gives you a 10% improvement, and maybe the endosurgery gives you 15% improvement. So you're at 25%, 100% being totally healthy. Maybe getting better sleep is a 5% improvement. Maybe adding a few different things, maybe adding a therapeutic like mobility specialist, like I have, being able to do things like in the water too, because I wasn't moving very well before. Maybe that adds a 10%. So we're at 35%. And then we get one more medication. That's another 5%. So we're at 40%. So instead of saying one pill is going to cure everything, it's more like everything is adding up towards helping you be healthier. And it's not, unfortunately, like there's no magic pill. This is not the magical pill that you've been looking for. I don't know. I hope that made sense. The PowerPoint roasts make me think about that one story of a guy that joined a tech company solely to fix an error on their website, then quit. I love that so much. Ugh.
So it checks so many boxes on a day-to-day basis when it comes to somebody trying to live their best life, simply put. Now, when it comes to 5-amino, and this is going to show you guys, when it comes to peptides, one of the things that I was talking about in the game. Here's
my question. So you've got side effects. Then you have like when you set up, if you actually have an InDesign document, or if you're doing text layout, you have a space after. So you have side effects, space after, that's going to be a specific distance. And maybe oh my God, this would be a subheading. I don't know what the hell the other information is doing all the way on the right side. I'm confused. You have this. Okay, fine, that's the space. So what's the space between paragraphs? Why do we have this cavernous distance, this great canyon of space, after this is the one that we see after the subheading? So this space, side effects to the top of the first line in the paragraph, almost matches the distance between the second paragraph and the top of the picture. What is happening? Why isn't other information at the top? Why isn't other information on the very far left side? Oh my God.
Go. When you use these, the side effect, quote unquote side effects, are very rare, very minimal, and very few. And so what they found in the capsule version with this guy is that really what you have to keep an eye on, and it's nothing harmful, is that if we take it too late in the day, it can affect our sleep potentially. And then also too, depending on timing of it and dose, you might see some difficulty when it comes to cardiovascular exercise.
it may be difficult for you to do cardiovascular exercise. No big deal. It's not that big of a side effect. I mean, thanks for telling us, pal. There are reports of difficulty sleeping if taken too late in the day or difficulty participating in cardiovascular exercise. What does that mean? What is this? What the hell? Oh, I messed up. Not a quick fix, but a plan of care. Yeah. It just helped me think about it differently. Like, you are always hoping that there's something that's gonna fix everything. And it's discouraging to think like that's not the case. And again, I'm still grateful that I'm improving a lot and I have access to good health care right now. And, you still want it on days when you can't move or you're in so much pain you can't even think. And you're like, am I going to be able to live the rest of my life like this? I can see how people want to go and find a pill. Good night, Mix.
Now, on my side, in our clinic, I've actually seen the opposite on the cardiovascular exercise side of things. I've seen patients actually take it and clients take it before their training, and they actually train better.
Are you keeping track of this information? Are you going to be writing a paper on it? A peer-reviewed paper? You're not citing anything. You're supposed to, you're telling us that you do some type of scientifically meaningful, moderated testing. Where's your links to your sources?
They actually say they have more endurance. I think every client always says, is it in my head? Is this a placebo thing? But I swear I feel better when I'm training. And so that's something that it's been documented. They've seen it. But in capsule form, those are really the only two things you have to keep an eye on, which is fantastic. And then with this guy too as well, before I get into Sloop, I like to talk about my clinic, a couple of different patients that I've had that really had success with them. And so I had two patients. One of them was an overnight worker as a nurse.
Dear God, can I just encourage y'all? If you want to do this type of... Am I just going to open Canva? Yeah, we're just going to go to Canva. We're going to take a screenshot. Sorry, scroll trail. Create design. You go to my screenshots. Okay, this is what I'm trying to make, right? So I'm going to go here. I'm going to drag it, get the color. We've got the color for the backdrop. Okay. And then we need on the horizon. So we're just going to find whatever. On the horizon. And we're going to go to Arial or something. Arial bold or Rubik. Close enough, okay? We're not going to spend too much time on finding the exact font. We're going to do left align. We're going to make it bigger. And then we're going to... They want it to be more graphic, right? They want to try to make this graphic kind of situation going on. I guess it's thinner than that. How you do this is not with transparency, okay? Oops, I didn't spell that right. Ah, God damn it. What the hell? Just kidding. Please hold. I'm new here. Medium. Okay. So I need the color of this. So I'm going to go to my text. I'm going to go to my eyedropper. And I'm going to get this color that I want. I don't want to do transparency because then you're going to see the letters on top of each other. So what I want is and see, like, if you were actually doing this and if you were actually creating kind of a graphic, you would do this more in Illustrator. You would cut out the E right here. You would... Just kidding. We'll just do it. You could do something like... Hold on. I'm just going to bastardize it because not everyone has Illustrator, okay? Oh my god. Sorry, please hold. So on the O, oh god. I'm gonna round the corners so I can get a little bit better of a... I hate Canva sometimes. You see how the H isn't quite there? You could just adjust it with, like, putting horizon on a separate line, but we're just gonna pretend... No, I'm not gonna pretend. That's the problem we're running into. Okay, so here's the solution for that. Again, this is not... This is not like a designer's program. The Z... typography. I just want to adjust. You could do something like you could make the N... I know no one came here for this. You could start moving it around in kind of like... Even if you wanted to do that to make it clear. No, the H needs to go over here. Anyways, just copying what they're doing, sorry. I don't need to improve it. You want to have the same font size. Sometimes you can fudge it. Anyways. And then we have our sloop. Oh god, yeah, it's late. Sorry, guys. Text. SLUPP 33. I don't know why the 33 is on a different line. I have no idea. They have something like Garamond or... I know this is probably not it. I don't have any way to, like... They did a 33 that wasn't in the Sierra font, so okay. So that's not it. Hold on. Garamond? No. Cormorant? No. Times? Did they do this in Times New Roman? No, they didn't. It's a different one. It's fine. And we're going to make the letters closer together. And we are going to make it brown. I don't know why they aligned it the way they did. I would have aligned it. I would have gone all the way. Whatever they want to do. Honestly, I don't care anymore. So, undo. again, like you'd have to, I wouldn't do this I wouldn't do this for a company that's launching in Canva, honestly. But they could have done something meaningful. They could have done this. They could have done a smaller, like, what's on the next slide. Like, I don't know. They could have done the date. They could have done something down here. They could have made this bigger so that it's actually like they did on the first slide. Like, if you're going to be bad about this, like, commit to it, if that makes sense. But make it easy to read. Anyways, the end. I mean, this right here is wrong. That would be... You would want to adjust that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd want to line those up. Alignment and consistent font stuff is going to get you really far ahead in anything you're doing in any presentation. Writing down what your heading should be, writing down what your subheading should be, writing down your body text, writing down callouts, having that be consistent. Nothing on your slide being lower than 24 points. Having fonts that are actually legible. Whatever. Let me just show you one thing. If you're trying to fudge because you don't have a program and you have to do something to try to make it better, you could do, like, you could start making your graphic, like, on the horizon, even though that maybe looks like a P, but you see, like, what you could start doing. If you're trying to make it look like a graphic element, which is what she was trying to do, or they, or him. I mean, she was trying to do, and so even if you go and you rotate this, it tells you the degrees too. Oh. You can go up here and you can connect the N to the top of the R. Oh. And you can round the edges. Again, it's not perfect, but you can start to, like, create more of a... It's not close to perfect at all. O's are always going to be a little bit difficult because they go outside the... Anyways. In Illustrator, I wouldn't even be doing this. I would just be messing with the actual shape of the letters, so. If you wanted to, you could play into the O's. And I don't know if there's a... Maybe there is. Right. So since we can't, you can say with the limitations of what my program can do, you can just say, like, well, I'm going to commit to it looking like a circle or whatever. I'm going to, like, really play into that shape. You could, I guess you could do that too. This one's more shallow. Again, Canva will tell you when something is straight, it's either going to be 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 0 degrees, whatever it is. And then obviously the T's messed up, but so then what the solution is, we take that out, we paste it, oops. You can take this little paintbrush and you can make it the same. So then you can put the T right on top of the I. And you wouldn't need to. You could just start turning it actually into an icon that I think they were trying to do. Oops, sorry. You wouldn't do this for like a PowerPoint. It's just, what did I just do again? Okay, sorry. But like, do you see that? Okay, we're supposed to be talking about products, but she could have done all this stuff. It's fine. I got sidetracked. My bad. Here we go.
Slaving away, but he was into fitness. 50 years old, always moving, very tired, but he pushed himself. Was looking to lose a little bit of weight. Didn't have a ton to lose, but he had some to lose with it. He was with our clinic already. He was already getting his blood levels checked, his hormones optimized. And so he actually added this into his regimen, and he did it for 2 months in a row. And after the 2 months, towards the end of the 2 months, excuse me, he reported back his energy was drastically better. He could go through those crazy overnight shifts, get into the next day, and see himself going to the gym rather than going home, taking a nap. His brain was functioning better. He had some aches and pains that he felt like went away. His blood pressure, he actually was able to lower his dosage on his blood pressure medication, which is pretty impressive. And he lost 18 pounds, which was super cool. There was no other variable.
Here's a question though: did he lose? Was the improvement because he lost the weight? Was it? I mean, maybe they're saying that the product helped him do all these things, but he lost weight and his blood pressure was better. Did the product cause your blood pressure being better? No, it was probably the weight loss. What do I know? You can get all their products already without having to sign up for an MLM.
Was added. That was the only one. And then the second one, I had a gentleman that once again was with us, seeing great results with other therapies, but he just couldn't lose weight. And he was the classic built, D2, lineman, and a lot of muscle, but just wanted to drop some body fat. He had some aches and pains. He was on some medications for it. He wanted to get off of those. We completely revamped his body with this peptide. He dropped 40 pounds, which is awesome. From there, he was able to come off of his blood pressure medication. His cholesterol levels drastically dropped, which was huge as well. The pain, he just could not stop talking about the pain. Not being...
If you didn't know, the FTC, you cannot say that a supplement that hasn't been proven to do something can reduce pain. I mean, 18 pounds, there's probably some fat loss. 40 pounds, there's probably some fat loss. You can get all their products already for $250.
In pain, especially it was his neck and his back from an injury. He's like, I'm almost mind blown. So for him to see that in a matter of 2 months was super impressive. So it's something that I like to get at least real life, trials, what I've actually seen in the clinic with these things, so you guys can have an idea of what it can do for, some of you people that you work with, consumer wise.
Two people.
All right. Now, next one is, like I said, SLU PP332 or SLOOP 332. So this is another one of those. It's a synthetic research compound that acts as an agonist, an activator of basically, it's called ERRA, estrogen-related receptor alpha. This is a nuclear receptor involved in cellular energy regulation as well as mitochondrial function and fat metabolism. All right, and then with this guy, to kind of break it down, not to get too nerdy on you.
If you've just popped in and you're like, why are you covering this? Because I don't want to get my video taken down, because this company specifically is upset that they haven't even launched and people are critiquing some of the things they have said as public figures and are showing to get people to sign up. There's no product yet that's underneath their brand. There's Modere imploded. The Nazgul, the group, went and started their own MLM called Nueva. There's a bunch of things on the internet already, their battle with SEO is going to be like climbing Mount Everest without the proper tools, in my opinion. They picked the worst name for a company they could have, because there's all these other things that already named that.
But like I said, with this, SLUPP activates ERR. This is basically like the top 4, I would say, that ERR play a role in, which is fatty acid oxidation, mitochondrial biogenesis, energy expenditure, glucose metabolism. Now, with these guys at the very bottom, I kind of bolded it just to make it really simple. The overall goal of this peptide.
Dude, this guy made it. This guy made the presentation. I don't mind this little graphic. That's cute. He figured out a PNG. So cool. Cool. So they aren't all natural peptides for these guys. Yeah. Sloop, there it is. We need to get that clip, and we'll just do text on top, sloop, there it is. But with the sloop 332. Eyewitness testimony is the lowest form of scientific evidence. Yep.
Is to mimic some of the beneficial metabolic effects of exercise without requiring physical activity. Now, that being said, it sounds like a magic ingredient. I will always recommend just like you did. You gotta do all the hard things. You know, if you're eating right majority of the time, you're exercising, you're moving. That's what makes this complete. It truly does supplement that kind of a routine, which is great. With it though, what I've noticed since COVID is a lot of people, we just have too much on our plate. And so being able to maximize the time you have exercising wise or lack thereof, a peptide like Sloop really does come in handy. It gives you some of those benefits. You still got to put the work in, but it allows you to kind of cover that spread a little bit too, which is fantastic. So these are some of the big things.
Oh, come on, dude.
Obesity, type 2 diabetes, muscle wasting, which is.
Now we've changed to not brown font anymore. Why is there so much space? Oh, you can't see it. I'll just move over a second. It looks blue on my screen. It looks neutral on y'all's screen. The text is not brown. Like it's been in terms of branding. The space for the soft return where like the same information's clustered together is just ugh.
Just awesome. Mitochondrial dysfunction, age-related metabolic decline. And I think right now inside of this alternative health realm, so many people are looking for these things. I have patients coming all the time, clients looking for ways to, how to control their type 2 diabetes, how to get away from obesity. How do I preserve my muscle? Especially for women, when you get into your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s, they find it's super important. At one point, you were worried about becoming.
Drop a 1 in the chat or in the comments. Replay crew, howdy hey. Drop a 1 if we should maybe take a peek into the history and or efficacy of the science being presented at this dude's clinics.
The Hulk, or looking like the Hulk. Now it's very different. Now it's more about maintaining lean muscle, and there is I think a vein side, which is okay, but there's also a health side, which is super important to have too. And then the age-related metabolic decline, time over attention is how I kind of look at it. And so more people are wanting to age like fine wine. I think saying you're going to reverse the clock and, truly some of the anti-aging quotes, I think it's cliche sometimes, but I think being able to age like fine wine is the best way I've been able to kind of put it together, where when you get into your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, you're still feeling good. You're still feeling optimal, living your best life, which is huge. All right. And then once again, going more into benefits, enhancing, I said, overall exercise capacity, which is great. Improving your metabolic health, which is a huge problem in America.
I'm going to give him half of a credit for saying that he doesn't like the, age reversal, but, being able to be functional into your 80s. I can appreciate that. Okay. We're going to do that. We will take a look into these clinics in a non-poop touching way. Dude, why did you do this? Whatever.
America in today's world. Anything that's cardioprotective, I'm all for. So it's huge to have that piece in there. It does increase your ability to drop body fat, which once again, who doesn't love that? And then that last piece, which is the mitochondrial functions. And I think mitochondrial function is becoming a really big thing right now. Some of you are probably familiar with NAD, NMN. The new one now is, it's kind of I call it its sister, but NR, which is nicotinamide riboside. Mitochondrial health is really important, from brain function to fatigue, how your body can basically function as a whole and what you can produce. This is going to help with somebody in the gym. This is going to help with how your brain functions, your memory. They all go back to, like I said, aging physically and mentally. So.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, here's the tea.
Man, that was.
Here's the tea. Listen to this, dude. Oh yeah, we're trying to get through this video. What time is it? Oh, it's 11. Dear God. Sorry, guys. We've been live for a while.
It was so informative. It was so good. And I know there's been questions.
Good night,
and
Milan.
people have been, messaging.
There's 3 minutes left if you want to hear his twisty stuff, or you can go. It's also a reel.
Jimmy, and here's what we're going to do is going to put, a frequently asked question deck together where he's going to be able to respond to those, and we'll be able to get those into the groups, get those out to you so you can get your questions answered on a lot of the stuff talked about. But I really want to close and just tell you my story, when it comes to 5-amino-1. So Dick had called me a couple months ago and said, hey, there's this peptide. And I said, oh, is it an injectable? I don't want to do an injectable.
2 months ago. 2 months ago, he was contacted about this peptide. This individual was in Modere for a long-ass time, and if you don't know Modere, they had this product called Trim that was supposed to help you do all the things weight-wise to trim down. Interesting that the other chicken nugget we just watched with the mustache contacted him 2 months ago. Keep that in mind.
Injectable, and he said, no, it's a capsule. You just take it in the morning with your breakfast. You wake up and you just swallow it and eat some breakfast and go on in your day. And I said, yeah, I'll try it. So he had sent me a couple months of it, and I started taking it. And what I just loved is that it was in a capsule and I could just swallow it, and really the magic started happening. And what happened to me in less than 2 months, about 7 weeks, is I was able to release 12 pounds.
Just because you say release doesn't mean that you are getting around the rules of the FTC. Here's the question. Here's a question. When you were in Modere still and you released 12 pounds, did you ever make it seem like you were experiencing this incredible weight loss because of Trim? If you didn't, good for you. Did people who were signing up with you in Modere still until the very end, before Modere closed, were any of those people influenced by your weight loss? Because it would be it's interesting to me that you're signing up people because they think Modere is going to be the answer to their weight loss, but you are taking peptides from the mustache dude. Interesting. I don't know.
And not only was that really impressive for me, and Sarah's like, holy cow, but I started building muscle, and my body, I'm like, Sarah's like, wow, this is really cool. You're actually building some muscle here too.
Forgot to take her name out.
And I'll just tell you, that was just with 5-amino-1. And this formulation that put together for is the 5-amino-1 and SLU together. So I'm really excited to try this when we release it sometime in June, and it's going to be absolutely incredible.
Sometime in June.
Know this right now, we're getting ready to start our global pre-launch in the next couple of days or by early next week, and that's going to go incredibly well. We're going to be globally launching 200 countries all around the world. And whoever invited you to this or tagged you to the video, just make sure you get back to them. Let them know.
Can I just reiterate? Whoever invited you to the video or tagged you, get back with that person. They're trying to share this with as many people as possible. So why can't people critique it? I'm just wondering.
know you want to be on their VIP list. Let them know that you want, information more about this, and we'll get your questions answered based on what you said, and kind of here with us through this run with us. So he's going to be able to, do more of these, and you'll hear from him, very, very soon again. You'll be able to, get all your questions answered from him directly, and he'll be able to walk you through this. And for me, just knowing, being around his clinics, being around, some of his clients, and just who he is and how he takes this so serious at a level that is just so impressive. I've just watched, my wellness and my health.
Your wellness and your health improved, yet you said that Modere was it for you? Signing up people so that allegedly, like, you can infuse your company with cash, or you can get people excited and plugged in and get ready to join. I don't know.
Just get better and go up a couple different levels because of his influence, because of his knowledge, because of his expertise. And we're just so excited about this first peptide and we're excited for you to try it, excited for you to be a part of this. And we're going to do some big things here. So again, get back with the person that invited you out or had you watch this or tagged you in this or shared this with you.
Does that not sound public to everybody in the chat? Drop a 1 if that sounds public. That sure sounds public to me.
And they'll get you on, their VIP list, and we'll get you ready to, pre-enroll with us and really do some big things as is in full motion, and we're doing some great stuff, and we can't wait for you to be a part of it. Have a great night, and good night, everybody.
Listen, this video was from 4:30, so 3 days ago. Well, now's the 3rd, but you get the idea. This was done on 4:30. So whatever the global launch stuff's coming up, what do they have to sell? What do they have to sell? Oh, this stuff? We did a taste test if you're here late. Rip if you don't want to. I mean, maybe skip it if you don't want me to gross you out. So, a pre-launch has to be public. Yep. Fair use. Please see the first part of the video. The first 10 minutes of the video. Anyways, the taste testing happened around minute 30 on this video, I think, a while ago. We're public figures. No, not like that. Not the public figures where we get to be. These lights have been on for like 4 days now, and I don't know when the battery's going to go out. Oh, no website, no comp plan yet. When... If you were on, we were on the very first Zoom launch together. But they had invited a bunch of people too. And Brian McMullen, their bank, the person who's funding all this, who was a top leader in Vema, the guy in the orange jumpsuit that we watched last stream, said that they were going to be ready to ship products in a week. That didn't happen. Now we're talking about June. Now we're talking about, John Melton is saying, oh my God, 45 days. We don't want to disappoint you if you have, we don't want to set your expectations too high. You already set them high. Mistake, 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 in my opinion. So, friends, thanks for joining. We're going to keep an eye out on Nueva, and if for some reason my account disappears, I will do my best to get in. I guess we'll still have the Discord. We'll set it up differently. Maybe with a Patreon situation where there's like a free level for like all of our regular videos, and then there's member whatever for our regular member videos. I don't know what it's going to look like. Maybe nothing will happen to my channel, but I hope nothing happens to my channel. Y'all are the best. What is the thesis conclusion? What is the thing that you need to remember the most from the stream? The 2 products they were talking about are the 3 products total that they've addressed. The Sloop, the 5-amino one, the Hydroshot, you can already buy. Maybe go take and write down the prices of those and then see what this lovely little chicken nugget farm is going to be pricing these at. So, 21 months. P.S. Nueva is a pyramid scheme, in my opinion. Let's go.
Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
So there's this app that teachers have that the bomb party ladies use that's free, and you get like notifications / text updates. So I'm gonna put that for everyone. So if you want to be kind of kept in the loop to see what the hell's going on, I'll put that link in the community post tomorrow. Everyone has access to that. Discord, yes, it's for members only. But I'll make sure that there's a way for y'all to know where I am if something happens. So thanks so much for being here for 21 months, Raven. It really means a lot. 5 amino, 1 MQ is $80. Loop 332 is 119. Interesting. From the company that sells both. Well, Nueva, good luck with that launch. Hope it's energetic and I don't know. See you on the internet. Thanks for watching. Remember, we don't drink the Kool-Aid here. We analyze the ingredients, and see you next time. Peace out and deuces, huns.